We're live. We're live.
Right. Welcome. Hello. Thank you for joining us on another great night here at the Couch Cooperative. We are continuing our 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons full-length campaign, The Storm King's Thunder.
But you only have 3 fifths as power.
We do not have, I think, any announcements in the present, so we can go ahead and jump right.
No announcements.
Real quick, what level are we?
Can you
well,
fly higher?
You should be currently
Can't
level
swim.
9, and we will be close to being level 10.
Cool.
Cool.
So we'll see how this goes.
Thanks, bro.
All right.
What?
So last we left off, the Peacekeepers, having used the recently acquired concept of teleportation, had
Kill fighters.
transported deep underwater to the Storm King's court, a location only named the Maelstrom, a submerged and subterranean structure. Really, we're only just a few bits and pieces of it. When you first arrived, you did a little bit of some searching, trying to make your way through the various giant rooms that were available, not finding any thing valuable, it seemed. First thing we were going to do is we arrived at the Storm Giant's place and get right to thieving. But didn't find anything valuable in their guest spaces and had made your way to a sound that you had been hearing kind of that entire time. A beautifully played organ that was accompanied by a very feminine voice, and met the older daughters of King Hecaton, the Storm King, Moran and Nim. Now, you conversed with them slightly. They were quite hesitant to grant you an audience with Queen Regent Sarissa, the youngest daughter of King Hecaton, and had told you to go back down to the teleportation chamber.
Rude.
To wait. They were in the middle of entertaining guests, these guests being 4 of the reigning lords of the different types of giant kin. So there was Count Val of the Cloud Giants, Duchess Tartha, the Fire Giants, Jarl Helenhild of the Frost Giants, and Thane Braxow of the Stone Giants. It is believed that the advisor to Queen Regent Sarissa, a storm giant named Mithiri, had influenced these 4 giant lords to turn against you. And as a result of that, they came down in order to kill you. Now, a brief combat had ensued in which you guys were trying to fend off the different lies that they had been fed in hopes of getting them to realize that Mithiri seems to be a very untrustworthy person, and were able to piece it together. I think it was Nephis that pieced it together, that the name Mithiri is just a fancier way of misspelling the name Einrath, the ancient blue dragon who has been hounding you for quite some time.
I thought it was a red dragon.
No, Klauth is a red dragon.
Klauth.
The guy that gave you, the dragon that gave you your small little airship.
Klauth.
Now, surviving that and getting the 4 giant lords to support you, you headed up to the Great Hall of Maelstrom, where you were able to force a conversation with Queen Regent Sarissa. Now, she, in her present state, seemed a bit trusting. She's a bit more trusting than some of the other giants that you've met, and also a little bit more fond of small folk, such as yourselves, but was very cautious, very hesitant, because of the known murder of her mother, Queen Neri. Now, from their description of things, and it was a loose description, but just it was information that they had been talking about as if these were things that they had known for some time, believed the Lord's Alliance, a faction of very notable and powerful figures across the Savage Frontier and the Sword Coast had called for the murder of Queen Neri, and it was Mithiri who had conjured a document, a contract, in which it was implicating that the four of you were there on behalf of the Lord's Alliance to kill Queen Sarissa as well. In the brief bits of that discussion, Mithiri had a little bit of a Freudian slip. In her frustration with Queen Regent Sarissa's growing patience with you, she had let slip quite hastily this statement, that for all we know, these are the ones, indicating you, who murdered your mother and abducted your father. Now at the end of that, I had the four of you roll an insight roll. Only one of you succeeded. That was Misery. Misery and Queen Regent Sarissa arrived at the same conclusion. How does Mithiri know that King Hecaton has been abducted? All reports have said that he's been missing, and no one's known where he went. So Queen Sarissa was the one to put that to words, and had simply responded with, as she gripped the handle of this massive stone mallet, this warhammer that she had next to her throne, looking at her advisor, Mithiri, with this, like, surprised but intuitive face. How do you know that my father was abducted? You see at that moment, the advisor, Mithiri, in the hastiness of things, goes, it has to be what happened. Come on, you of all people should know. They killed your mother and left her body rotting on the Red Rocks. And you think that these small folk, that the four of them, maybe they weren't a part of it. But do you think they're kind? Just allowed your father to watch? You know, she points at Queen Mithiri, or sorry, at Queen Sarissa, the Queen Regent. You know, as well as everyone in this room, how much your father loved your mother. And so you think that they were just going to let him walk? It only makes sense that they would kidnap him and leave him rotting somewhere, so that it would throw you, pointing to not just the throne, but to the other giant lords as well. Like, kind of this, like, scanning you in disarray.
Well, I don't know. Forgive me, Queen. I don't know anything about your husband or any of that. But I know she's full of shit, and I want to point it. I want to point out my theory. Do I put together? Have I put together the assignment? He mentioned it to me, right?
Who?
Like you said, or who was it that figured it out?
Nephis.
Nephis.
Nephis that pieced it together.
Did Nephis tell us?
Do not have it noted.
I don't think I really said anything particular
Okay, then
about
that's
it.
where I leave it then. Then I just point and say she's full of shit.
I'm gonna say
At that point, she has the conjured contract given to her. And like, she reaches out, she goes, hand me that form. Mithiri kind of clutches it out of the air that it was levitating in and hands it to her. She grabs it.
One of many.
It's tiny, so it's like in her hands. It's like,
That's a bunch of poppycock.
and she's like, who speaks for the four of you?
Are you?
She gets up and begins to walk into your direction.
Oh, wait.
She kneels in front of you, and her giant form, while she is younger, and she is, as a female storm giant, she's a little bit thinner in terms of her musculature build, so she's still very giant, but not as compared to Imperator Thulin, and some of the other storm giants that are in the room. but because of her stoic appearance and this ferocity that you feel is kind of underneath all this, an anger, like a hurt, a rage that's kind of present but not active. She's so very imposing. And puts a palm out, in which the contract is on that palm.
Oh, I thought she was going to, like, ask me to climb.
And she kind of moves the hand, like, off to the side like that so that you could go up and grab it.
Oh, I go to grab it.
Cannot read it. I do not know your tongue.
I'll read it.
She hands you the contract, and it is signed and sealed by Lord Daggelt Neverember.
No.
And is a contract from top to bottom that is consistent with a series of events. Contracting the death of Queen Neri, ensuring that King Hecaton and Queen Neri are absent from Maelstrom when this is done, but isolated from Maelstrom when this is done. There is a description of a particular group that is carrying out this, the tasks detailed, and the description almost quite perfectly matches the four of you.
Damn.
A pink-skinned tiefling, an old, a very old wood elf, a robed in cloth man, and a minotaur. With more detail to kind of signify like it's exactly describing the four of you.
Many minotaur.
There's a group just like us?
You're gonna say that?
Do you read this out loud, or do you at first read it in quiet?
To be honest.
Yeah.
I'd probably scan it quietly. Just a quick click.
Okay.
Like, oh fuck.
Varys doesn't think that quick anymore,
Okay.
dude.
So you scan it quickly.
Damn. How do we get out of this one?
And then what?
Is there any way I can think of how documents are written? If there's like any mistakes on this?
What's your background?
Sailor.
If
Put my ship right.
can I see my leader kind of puzzled at the?
I would say if you... I'm so sorry for interrupting.
No, it's okay.
I would say if you are like a noble,
No.
a sage, like a scholar, or an acolyte, I would consider those backgrounds having proficient knowledge of
Anyone?
the drafting of legal documents.
Can I roll an insight check on my leader and see kind of how he's feeling? Cause I feel like at this point maybe he's taking an unreasonable amount of time kind of looking at the
is
paper.
your general composure, are you maintaining it? Would you think Varys would be maintaining it, or how do you think Varys would be as like, so when you say like gestationally, you mean that in terms of like gesturing for this purpose? Not the
I think
impregnant purpose.
like his facial features would be composed. But
Okay.
There'd be like probably like a bead of sweat, and he'd be gulping.
Okay. I will allow you as Katray, the player, to decide if you would want to roll a deception or persuasion roll to indicate whether or not, and you don't have to say which one you're rolling, but if you want it to where, if you think Varys would be just a little bit more difficult to read, I think you can
Oh,
roll.
fuck, guys.
You can decide which roll, and you just tell me a number.
No,
What do you
because
roll for your insight.
Or you can be honest.
I rolled a
Well, I still have to persuade her.
unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20. So, if you beat an unnatural 20, you can spin it which way you wish.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. Oh,
And if you roll
Unnatural.
lower,
I have a -4,
if
dude.
you roll lower than a natural 20, just take into consideration that
Unnatural.
natural or unnatural 0.
unnatural 0. So if you chose deception, you would need to be very honest about that. If you chose persuasion, reassure us here. So
Well, I mean, I'm
he is
definitely
able
trying
to
to
get as
compose
much out of
myself.
you.
I'm trying to compose myself, so I'd say that would be deception.
Okay. So you get an idea then, if we're on the same page, that you are trying to maintain your composure to not appear as if you are stressed or maybe overwhelmed, or that there's something else that you're feeling other than just kind of like a plain reading of this contract. Okay, so you can see that he is performing the idea reforming the facade of a well-kept composure.
But do I see?
Genuine.
Okay.
You need help?
I'm gonna say,
Old man.
Can I pull glasses out real quick? Just so I'm like
You pull one monocle.
I'm having trouble reading.
I'm gonna say.
You also get the ear horn out too.
To read.
Lord.
No, to hear.
I'm gonna say, if you don't mind, I am a user of magic, and I believe that this might have been magically tampered with, and that this is inauthentic. If you would please allow me to inspect this, for normally I wouldn't trust the words of a disguised dragon in a room full of giants.
Bruh.
Okay. The court silences. A few whispers, sounds, and giant that you can hear. They're talking amongst themselves,
Oh, yeah, 'cause
asking
you
each
understand.
other like it's like the guards like, disguised dragon. Did you?
Even
just-"
I'm like, hey, are you serious?
And
I wasn't kidding. He's full of shit.
You see Queen Regent Sarissa looks at you. A disguised dragon. You say.
Yo, we'll kill her.
Tell me.
You see Mathiri jumps in immediately and goes, I assure you, they are being deceitful. They are trying to prey on your emotions to tear this court apart. Think about what that would say to your father, that you let your emotions get the better of you and allowed puny folk to tamper with your fragile and hurt space.
You're the only one bringing up her family.
I studied far too long in the studies of magic to waste any time trying to deceive. For your name is quite a silly trick you've got there, because it spells right into Imreth. And then I'm gonna kind of just like do this towards her, like as your secret is out.
You see Mathiri is like, I don't know if I'd say that's a secret being released. Like everyone's like stunned, but her eyes are glued to you in fury.
Can I cast a spell magic on the document?
What level?
I'm assuming it's a dragon, so it's powerful. So I'm gonna cast it at 5th level.
Wait, what are you doing?
A 5th level?
Wait, what are you doing?
Dispel
magic on the document.
If you do that, can I have? Because I have hold monster scroll. But wait, but no, she's a big ass dragon in a tiny ass room.
And
is this? Wait, let me look.
it would be a hard spell for it to work. To just use it like that without any proof of her actually
Within
being
range?
a dragon yet.
So
would be
is it?
dangerous.
It's 120 feet, like around me, or choose any creature, object, or magic.
Yeah, but think of how small the room is and how big she is, though. I mean, we're underwater too.
He's dispelling magic
On the document.
on the document.
Oh. I
So
thought
you're
you were
doing
talking
what
about-
level?
Oh my god, so you're
You
talking
said
about
5th?
5th level.
Okay.
Imrith herself.
How do you cast Dispel Magic? What would be things that Varys would utter?
Very
Yeah,
Be
the document in
maybe
your hand.
murmurish, but like a
The
lot.
document in your
Humble
hand.
rep.
The document in my hand.
It's in your hand, and you are going to cast this
I
spell.
would probably hold it up and then grab my like amulet of Eldath.
Your holy symbol.
Yeah.
Okay. As you clutch it, you feel a sense of ease, a peace, a quiet, a stillness that's internal, soulful.
Oops.
Better
The
stop shaking for a second.
divine energy
Use ring.
brightens with your grip on this document. So where your hand grips the parchment, the page begins to brighten up just a bit. Not like blinding, but has a bit more of a brighter hue to it. It's the words, it's the letters that begin to light up
Paper master.
bright. The letters begin to shift and move in different positions until you see that this document, after the Dispel Magic has gone through, is an entirely separate context of wording that was underneath what you were reading. You don't have much time to read it, So I need you to roll an investigation check for me,
haul
please.
ass with that reading comprehension, bro. Please tell me.
Dude, I have a -3 to everything.
No. He doesn't do nothing.
So I mean, it's a -2.
He got a 4. Oh.
-2.
-2.
It's a 5.
Oh my god.
You maybe got the first one.
I'm injured.
So you got a
9.
-5?
No, a 5.
Oh.
Just not
Okay.
negative.
Okay.
Not negative.
So with a 5, there's one word that catches your attention because it's capitalized.
Oh.
And it's a 3-word phrase. First letter of each word is capitalized, and all it says is the golden goose, and that's the first thing that catches your attention.
Can I just say it out loud? Golden goose.
Well, I mean, it's more like in the midst of you reading it, that's what your eyes catch too quick, and you realize the words are fading. As quickly as they were able to reorganize into some context,
God
I know.
because of how this specific spell works, the original text goes too, and the entire parchment is then cleaned.
Oh
Just
shit.
a clean, empty piece of
She
parchment.
might think you just wiped it.
It's ink.
No, but
Why
I was
would I?
saying like maybe to save our asses if we were accused.
I need you to make an Arcana roll, and anyone that's proficient in Arcana may also make an Arcana
Can
roll.
the giants make an arcana roll?
No, because Mathiri is going to be speaking, and Misery caught exactly onto what she's about to say.
I'm gonna use an
Give
inspiration.
yourself a point of inspiration for that. You're a little bit ahead of me, and I'm not liking it.
Me?
Yeah,
What do you
and
mean?
It's good. Give yourself a point of inspiration. You're
I'm literally
you're
so
smelling what I'm
confused.
stepping
That's what you
in.
said.
I got
What
an
did
How she's
18.
gonna react?
What do you mean?
An 18.
You know how you just said, "Oh no, she's going to think that we just wiped it clean."
Oh, yeah.
You're a few steps ahead of me, and I like it. But I also don't like it. So I'm rewarding you because I like it. I'm glad I'm in tune with someone. Someone's on my level. So what'd you roll?
18.
An 18. In the briefness of what happened, the swiftness, you and you, because you're the one that cast the spell, can both ascertain that what just happened was the dispelling of an illusion, some illusion spell that was on this document. Because of your 18, you actually can know that the specifics behind how it's being dispelled indicate that it's a pretty simple illusion spell that pretty, I would say, what's the correct term? Not amateur, but novice wizards can learn.
Minor illusion.
Which is illusory script.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's a pretty common style of illusion magic that can be casted. You know that means that what's currently on this is an illusory script. You just know that this means that you've dispelled some form of an illusion on the document. The document is wiped clean. At that moment, you see Mathiri turns to Imperator Thulin and goes, "See, look at them! The small folk. They've wiped the evidence. They've gotten rid of it. It was implicating them, and I know it. I read it to you all. Didn't it describe the 4 of these perfectly? And now the document is gone." You see at that point, Imperator Thulin grabs for his blade, and Queen Regent puts an arm out and goes, "Thulin, if you dare move outside of my command, your head will be fed to the Krakens."
I should say we will roll.
You have one chance to explain yourself.
Can I use message to Katray?
You may.
I'm going to use message and say, the spell was illusory script.
Oh, and I'm sorry, it's Imperator Uthor, not Thulin. Thulin
The-
was the count from Linarmal.
The spell on that scroll was illusory script. These giants, I'm sure, have a good spellcaster. Find them, and they'll be able to discern this. Is what I'll say in my message.
Are any of you here knowledgeable in the arts of arcane?
Mathiri steps forward. I am,
This.
and I know what you've done.
Anyone besides this bitch?
You hear a chuckle from Jarl Helenhill. He goes, "Oh! Called her a bitch!" Thane Braxal looks like stunned.
Dude, we just come back and we own the
Duchess.
place.
The Duchess, Tartha, the fire giant, is kind of like.
Nice.
That's my nose. She's a bitch.
The human had the
Sarissa's
balls
still
to
waiting
say-
for an explanation from you.
What's the
I'll explain what it is, but I think the only one that'll grasp it is the person that's putting us up on this evil pedestal.
You're being mean, dude. Don't belittle the giants.
Just the fucking
Dragon.
yeah, the bitch.
Sarissa looks to you. What did you do to this page?
All I did was cast a simple spell called Dispel Magic. I'm just a religious caster. I don't do any of that crazy weird wipe away. Well, I did wipe away, but
You didn't even need to
Illusion
say
magic.
that, dude.
illusory
Dude.
illusory script.
He's gonna have a heart attack just trying to say different schools of magic.
Listen,
It's just like, don't hurt yourself, kid.
I'm not a kid.
Can I bow and kind of put my hand up and go, if I may speak?
You may not.
God damn it.
No.
this lady.
She used.
You actually get the impression that that was like a respectful
Response to me?
response because you're respecting the nature of power,
Yeah.
but she is still in a way
Not-
telling you no.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like dismissive. It was answering your question.
Okay. That's fair.
There was a spell of illusion on it. So all I did was dispel it.
Make a persuasion roll.
Oh,
Please, Eldeth.
Yeah, the rough part's because you died the other day.
IRL.
That you're kind of struggling across the board.
Nah. How's an 8 sound?
I think that is an 8. Yeah, no, that's an 8. 8 for a -4 persuasion.
Wait, what?
And let's say,
You said it's only -1.
and let's say I were to believe you.
That sucks, dude.
What was on that page then?
The golden goose.
I didn't get to read it too much. You're really intimidating. I do apologize. But
You
all I
see
saw.
a faint smile, like it almost breaks. You can see like she took that very well. Like she's a little confident behind that,
Brownie points.
but she maintains her composure.
All I saw in there was golden goose. It looked like the words were rearranging.
A golden goose.
That's all I saw. I don't know what it means.
She has a pouch, like a small personal pouch, that is underneath a portion of her current wear, current dress. Granted, her dress is a little bit more athletic in style, and so she undoes just a small clasp, and is able to pull this pouch off. It's by the hip, buddy. She fixes that, reaches in and pulls out a wooden disc. The wooden disc is a little small for her hand, so it's kind of like, she's kind of holding it like this. Puts that on her palm and reaches towards you. And it is quite a bit of the distance away, just in terms of height and the fact that it's a small disc on a big giant hand. But you can see it quite clearly that this is a wooden disc with a gilded goose upon it. Very dark brown wood.
Like a living goose?
Gilded.
Giants.
Golden.
Oh.
Golden goose.
They listen to vinyls.
Golden goose on vinyl.
The disc is probably big enough to put in your the palm of your hand. Kind of hold it like this. It's like a big saucer almost.
Does it look magical or anything?
No, it looks
Does it look
wooden.
familiar?
It looks very coincidental because you just read about a golden goose.
We need Imran to explain.
You lie your way out of it.
Does this have any meaning to you?
I mean, that's definitely a golden goose.
And you have no connection to it?
I'm not sure. I've never seen it before.
If you were to try to figure out what this meant, where would you go?
Maybe some sort of artifact?
It seemed wooden. Looks like it was carved out of a tree.
Huh?
What wonder?
Druid artifact? I don't know. It's an
You're not-
animal
You're
on
not the
wood.
brains of the group. Who here
I'm not.
speaks more sensical?
Intelligently.
If you were to find what
The
this meant, where would you go? She's asking that open. Any of you guys can speak.
The vine stalk up to the golden goose.
I was gonna say it as a joke, but I was like,
Magic beans.
Oh, that's a sticker for a bean shop.
We're being insensitive to giant.
can I
culture.
inspect that thing?
Yeah,
It just fits in the palm of
it
your
fits in the
hand.
palm of your hand.
Is it like bark wood?
It's like a dark wood.
No,
But
I
like
would.
smooth?
Yes,
would-
it is
I would-
smooth.
There's nothing that I can look at to kind of identify anything on it, or
So
Uh,
is it like a golden goose mini?
No, it's not a miniature. No, no, no. no.
Sounds
No,
like
it's like a
a
disc.
wooden base with a golden goose.
No.
It's just a
It's a like a
disc.
disc,
With a
like a
card.
wooden disc, and there's
Flat
a
disc.
gilded goose on the
Oh!
front. Yeah.
So it's like a token.
Yeah,
Yes, it's
Damn
kind
it.
of like a token.
I thought
Yeah.
it was like
Can I roll?
No.
like a little
what the
statuette.
fuck?
Yeah,
Can I roll a religion check to see if?
it's not religious.
Can I roll a history check?
You can try.
Try a nature check.
Sure.
Unnatural 20.
A natural 20. It gives the appearance of a pretty wealthy poker chip.
I mean, these guys are thinking real hard, but usually we just go to bars and ask around until people point us in the right direction. And usually we find the right way. That's all we got here.
Get a 6.
It's made out of wood. It's
I
got gold on it.
talk to forest elves. They usually know about stuff.
Man, you get the impression, Nephis, with your roll,
Do I get
that
a wood
this
elf
appears to
advantage?
be
It's
an
made out of
elite
wood.
poker chip.
Messed up.
So you got the goose.
I would have known this because I gamble. Just kidding, I don't gamble.
But it's a wealthy poker chip.
Yeah, I know.
Water deep.
Well,
That's going to come in handy later.
It's like a dragon? Dragons
What
sit
would-
on top
Can't
of
expand on it
horse?
further. That'll come in handy later.
Wait, what would?
what you told me.
Gambling?
Water
Yeah.
deep?
Yeah, if you're a gambler, you would know a bit more about where like the gambling dens are in specific cities and different towns.
Would I as a sailor?
Only on like port cities.
Yo, I definitely would, bro. That was what I used to do.
Gamble?
Yeah, no, I used to bust that shit.
Can I?
Have I seen a golden
You'd
goose
bust 'em?
anywhere?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna
I'd be
buy
the one who
one.
would be.
What's your background?
It was urban bounty hunter.
What's
You're a
back-
bounty hunter too?
You're both bounty hunters.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah.
That's so funny.
So, but the problem is that
But
he
I'm
would
an
know.
urban.
So Misery would know them a little bit more thoroughly of like locations, like how they
'Cause you
kind of-
bust 'em
how
out,
they operate.
I would
you
know.
just find them and break them open
Yeah.
like an egg.
No, but
Can
my
I
thing,
roll?
I'm like undercover though, because that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Okay. Minotaur's undercover.
Yeah,
Sure.
he's
The
a
Minotaur
bad guy.
Paladin of
He's
Tyr,
the perfect undercover
Who walks
guy.
through and goes,
Dude.
"Here's justice. I can't be around here.
Okay,
Here's my hammer. Bonk."
that was before I became a holy
Oh,
Templar.
gotcha.
Can I roll a history check on
It's
just
like
the golden
He-Man.
goose in specific?
Before I was
Switching
a-
back to
you
Prince.
can
Before I
with
was a
disadvantage.
paladin, I was an undercover guy. I was. Because no one thinks a Minotaur's a good guy.
A 12.
How do you bust him?
Big scary guy. No, I would go
Age
undercover.
12?
I'd go and play with them,
Yeah.
and then I'd be like, "Yo,
Um,
When
boys,
you say
here's
bust, I'm
you're
thinking
not
about like dishes.
Positive as to what you'd be able to find.
How would you bust him? Like, you had your
or
high
what
pitched
you
voice
can
back.
I would
recall.
no,
So
I
there
would
doesn't
go
seem
and
to be
figure out
anything,
like where
notable
poker night was gonna be, and then I would
historical
go
about this
back, and I would tell
However,
the good guys,
um,
and be like, "This is where poker night's gonna be," and then all the good
Get an
guys would come and
idea
show
that
up
if
on
you
poker
spend
And
They
then
were
time
just gonna
everybody-
big ol'
in a city or some cities, you
Minotaur
may
is
be
kind of
able
sus
to
about that, like
spend
coming
some
in,
time
coming out,
trying
and
to
next to
hunt
know
down.
a raid
No, because I had a
He
reputation.
just like a cow.
What it
Where,
is.
like where it would
No,
come
no,
walking
no.
on fours.
I had a reputation. I had a reputation.
Because
on
you would
streets.
require a little bit more
Dude, I
like
had
boots on the
street
ground
cred.
investigation.
Yeah,
It's
because
not like this is a fable.
Level 50 water
Poker
city,
chip.
dude.
I know where this is from.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll say, as far as I can tell, it's a poker chip. At that, I'm sure.
A gambling token. It's Imperator Uthor. Using the back, a gambling token. We found that on one of the bodies
That soul is a gamble?
when we came across Queen Mary's corpse.
What were they wearing?
You gambled the king?
Oh. Do you want us to find out where it came from?
Darkened armor. Mixtures
I'm
of
so lost.
blues and browns and black.
What colors do the Zentarum wear?
Mostly black.
And red.
What about
And brown.
is that the Black Network?
Yeah.
Is
Yeah, the black
Oh.
network is Zentarum.
Zenny
The
boys.
brown network.
Most of
I didn't say that, did I?
They have
Oh.
the black network.
Because I was like, oh, did I just fuck up?
No, they are titled the Black Network.
Okay.
And we were like, yeah, they're mostly
We're the brown network.
because you're shit.
Sounds like a sewer system.
Yeah.
The brown network.
Underneath Waterdeep,
Gross.
Someone named our
never winter because it's never stop running.
Be irritated. Anthony was like, never give up, never. And I was like, what,
That's it.
Anthony?
No,
And Anthony kept saying, never give up, never give up, never. And I was like, what do you want me to say, bro? I don't even know what you want me to say.
so
Never back down.
it's
never
gambling
give up.
token. The bodies that they recovered off of had leathered armor, black, browns, and blues.
What? What
Exactly.
bodies? What bodies?
Of the people that killed Queen Mary.
Do you know what?
Were you not paying
Who the
attention?
fuck is
Do you know
Mary?
what the small folk?
The Queen. Queen.
We're
King.
talking to the queen.
No, you're talking to the Queen Regent, who is the Queen's youngest
I know.
daughter.
They said the Flaming Fist was trying to put a hit.
No, the Lord's Alliance.
What does the Lord's Alliance wear for my? Can I roll a history?
Depends.
Red.
Variety.
Yeah.
It changes.
I
Do
know
they
the
wear
Harpers-
blue and
the
black?
Harpers wear that. Harpers wear blue and gray.
Yeah, you could. I mean,
But then, but they're good guys.
Yeah,
so
but want to know what else
Blue.
Imreth is? A blue dragon. Want to know what the red dragon worshippers were wearing? Red.
did they have any
Crips and
insignia
Bloods, dog.
on their armor?
no, they had these. One had quite a few, but we only took the one.
What is it? What are these?
The
Tokens.
tokens.
The golden goose token.
And what the little folk look
Do you
like?
still have?
Human
Do you still have the bodies?
or
One was really small.
Where did you?
a halfling? He's talking about.
Where did you
halfling.
put the bodies?
Are we able to inspect them?
We fed them to sharks.
Oh, man.
Man, that's funny.
And that's the only thing you
They
kept from?
Killed our
That's-
queen. They
that's-
killed our queen!
But he could have talked to them.
Like, be the bigger.
Forgive me for not thinking of strange, puny folk with the ability to speak with dead bodies.
I know you're the giant, but
I
be the bigger
understand
person. Come on.
that my next statement might be quite speculative, but
What?
Imreth is a blue dragon.
Wait, can out of game? Can you talk with the dead?
No,
The dead
What?
giant? No.
no.
That'd be terrible to bring the dead mother back to
Well,
life.
no one has to watch.
Who killed you?
Imreth.
How recent did she die?
A little bit.
Her death was quite some time ago.
Imreth is a blue dragon, and
Wait, quite some time.
The
ago?
worshippers.
You
Yeah,
see
powerful
Mytherian
back then.
looks and goes, you keep saying that name, and you're trying to deflect guilt and blame.
then you wouldn't mind if someone casted Dispel Magic
Only dragons.
upon you then, right?
Be my guest. I encourage it. Be.
Don't.
Can I roll an Arcana? Can I go up
It's
to her and kind of
probably- it's
inspect her and
probably
roll an
a simulacrum,
Arcana check
dude.
on this
Wait, what?
disguise?
No,
It's probably
just kill
You
us
can.
already.
it's probably a simulacrum or something.
What are you talking about?
Like it's not her.
Simulacrum?
Yeah, simulacrum.
What the
Here's
hell's
it,
that? What
my
is that?
last
It's like a
inspiration.
clone.
Yeah, it's like
That's
Oh.
a clone.
Simulacrum.
Fully functional.
What?
If she's a demon, you should do that
A
magic
19.
where you can take her to hell.
So you like once you
Yeah.
once
You
you
have a
get high
great
enough as a
indication
caster, you can
that
go up
what
and
you're
have the
dealing
little wizard
with,
tower,
your
lay in a
dispel
coffin,
magic
cast
is
simulacrum,
not
and then have
capable of
another you out in the world adventuring.
We don't
clearing
if you
out.
die-
If there is a
Yeah,
disguise
that's forever.
here,
No.
Wait, what?
Based on the
Wait,
fact that you're
wait, what?
shifting
Similar.
types,
Mm-hmm.
that
Yeah,
your
it's-
dispel magic would be
Wait, what?
incapable
So
of
you could
living
go
out.
into
Can
your
make-
little.
Infinite. Could I counterspell
You
it?
said they last
No,
forever?
because the spell is it's already been
Did it ever
casted.
age?
If it was a spell, it also could be a feature.
Like you do.
Oh.
Just a clone. What's he gonna do with the cheese tags?
Do I know what kind of dragon Imrith is? Like, is she an ancient dragon or?
Yes. Yeah, she is an ancient dragon. Are you going to do your little test and prove yourself wrong? And implicate yourself in the death of the queen?
Whatever magic an ancient dragon has, apparently, it best dispel magic.
So you are incapable of even proving your own test. You back out before you begin. That is a confession of a killer.
How many small folk are capable of taking on an ancient dragon? And I look at all the giants around me. We are trying our best to help you all. We want justice for all giant kind. There is a dragon amongst you, and we need to take care of this. I understand you will not believe me, but once we are gone, and if our lives are taken, you will very well understand the consequences of your decision when she is ruling over you. A dragon over the giants.
It's Duchess Tartha that snaps. In her black iron armor, she pulls her blade out and starts to move in the direction of Mithiri. The storm giant guards are on it. Their weapons are drawn. Imperator Uther, his weapon is drawn, and they start to move kind of closer towards the Duchess as she's heading towards Mithiri. See, she's got a hand that's open. It looks like she's trying to lunge to grab a hold of her. The other giants in response, so Braxow and Count Vol, kind of back out a bit because they're not really martial. Jarl Helenhill just like unslings this axe and it looks like she is ready to start swinging.
Let's go.
And kind of moves up a bit near where Tartha is. And within what you imagine to be brief seconds before an all-out brawl ensues, potentially in the what could be the loss of giant lord life here,
Wait a second.
due to these two being heavily outnumbered. It's Queen Sarissa, Queen Regent Sarissa, who takes that heavy stone hammer and slams it against the ground, and you hear this massive just bolts of lightning. The sound of thunder resonating. And just one simple silence!
Dude.
The moment that happens, you see Mithiri bursts forward. There's a plan that she's been making. That much comes to your path, I would say your path investigation. See, she's been trying to come up with some way of getting out of this. She bolts for Queen Mithiri, or sorry, Queen Regent Sarissa, so many names, clutches onto something that's like affixed to her chest or torso, like a
Counterspell?
necklace, grabs it and rips it off. In the moment as that gets ripped off, there's a strange suddenness to Sarissa's body movement, her posture, and she reacts kind of stunned and shocked, and the minute it's ripped off and the cord snaps, her body locks in this, like, reaching for her hammer, and her entire body locks up in this shocked position. Something just froze her in place. Mithiri grabs whatever it is that's in her hand now, and there's a circular indent where the water from the sea is open, and you just watch this Mithiri jumps straight into that water with a and just begins to, I mean, she's swimming, and you can see her swimming out from the giant glass dome panel, and the Imperator Uther is the first to go, Sarissa! No! God! Get her! And two of the storm giants jump into that pool as well, and they're swimming outwards. Helen Hild and Tarthel look stunned, shocked. Moran and Nim look very confused and concerned, like what has just happened to their sister. As you see the other storm giants like swimming outside, the two, you watch as Mathiri perform changes.
Oh no.
And this ginormous scaled blue body manifests itself from the very location that Mathiri's presence was available. The dragon grabs both of the giants with these mighty claws that can quite literally grab giants like dolls. If you've ever wondered what would happen if an ancient blue dragon was to breathe a lightning breath underwater, you will never ask that question again. The giants are brought next to each other as they're squirming and trying to like stab through the scales before the mouth reaches back and lurches. This is in full display of everyone inside of the audience chamber. And you can see the bubbles of steam rising up from the mouth as the heat of the electricity is starting to build, and the arcs and splintering off through the water before this bolt just poof. The elements of these giants that catch this blast, that take it directly, are scorched beyond appearance. And she just drops the bodies where the top half is like rigid and stuck from the burns, and the bottom half is like flailing as it falls to the ocean floor. And then you see the wings kind of maneuver in a position that helps with swimming, and the dragon starts to kind of move serpentinely like and make its way up.
Damn. Oh my god.
Is Queen still stuck?
She still seems to be stuck.
Dispel magic on that, dude.
You see Uthor goes straight to the queen's side and begins to look at, just like gets up close and is like trying to look and be like Sarissa! Moran and Nem are, you can see Nem she's the softer one, so she starts to tear up, and Moran is like stunned, shocked, lost, confused. Sister, what happened? It's Uthor that kind of answers this question. The throne that Sarissa is affixed to, which is imbued with the bone of dragons, has had an amulet that was affixed to this cord that was around Sarissa's neck. So Uthor turns around and goes, "The coronal scepter. It was taken. It's paralyzed her. She can't move."
No. Can I dispel?
Let me try.
It'd be 4th level.
Does not work.
Cool.
He looks down and...
There goes my spell slot, though.
Damn it! I failed. We failed. A dragon in our midst? How could the king be blind? How could I be blind? He looks up in stone cold fury.
Ooh.
And looks to one of the closest guards. You are going to find anyone who spends abnormal amount of time with Mathiri and I want their heads. Preferably detached. Right away in this like stuck between like obedient but
That
shocked.
guy's one of them.
Yes, Lord Imperator, and runs off. I'll let you guys go ahead and roll an insight roll.
Let's not be brash.
Eesh.
Oh.
Hey!
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
You got a nat 20 too?
You both can tell that
Damn,
Moran's
bro.
appearance.
Yo, hey, what about me, dude?
What'd you roll?
Nat 4.
Yeah,
Is that 19?
19. You get it as well, but these two more closely. You both can tell that Moran's response, it betrays a sense. For you, you get an idea of there's some familiarity here. So she's not genuinely upset about what's happened. It's an idea of like, you get the impression that she's upset at what happened, but it's something that she'd prepared to have happened. So
Who's
it's a little bit
Moran
more
again?
performative. Moran.
Sister.
Moran's one of the sisters. She's one of the older sisters. You both can tell that the response that Moran is giving is one of, I didn't think that this would happen. This has happened. This is where we are, and I'm to blame. Like it's the idea of like accepting guilt. Like I did this.
So can
Ron is giving away that.
Can I tell
to
her
you
she
two.
looks guilty or no?
You can tell that she seems to be performative, heavily performative. So she's not truly upset. Whereas Nim shows to be a little bit more truly upset. You two can tell that Moran's response is guilt-ridden.
Damn.
I'm gonna message to Moran,
Okay.
Do it.
and I'm gonna say,
Just put all the cards on the table. Oh, I should say that.
this guilt will kill you long before any real death may arise. It's better to come.
How dare you speak to me in the wake of what that thing just did to my sister? How dare you!
See, now you seem upset, but before you didn't seem as much.
This isn't a message.
Oh,
Yeah.
whoops.
No, she says this out loud.
Sorry. Oh, so now I
Yeah,
get
so
to
you
say
can
that.
respond. Yeah, she says this out loud. And some of the giants kind of like confused and look in the direction.
You're upset now. Why weren't you before?
It's Nim that interjects. He goes, Ron, we can't hide it from them.
Might as well lay it out for us.
And she like walks over to Sarissa, and she's got like a soft hand like, on the side of her cheek, and it's one of like oh no, like how could this have happened? Kind of an appearance. And so Nim turns back and goes, Ron, we can't keep hiding this. Moran walks forward and goes, Nim, no, do not. Don't you dare. It's Uthor that gets up, his blade drawn. If you were involved in any of this, and it affected your father, count yourself unfortunate that he is not here to save you. If you confess, then upon securing the Storm King, I will ensure that his justice is met. The two of them are taken aback. No one talks to them this way. Nim, through this, kind of breaks. The theory promised us power, promised that if we had helped, that we would have gotten the throne, that we would have gotten it. But then Father had to make Sarissa Queen Regent in his stead. Appointed her the heiress.
You think he knew? I bet he knew.
We didn't know they were going to kill our mother. How could we?
Oh my god. Damn. The hell knew.
You could have ended this a lot sooner.
After our mother was dead, we could not go back.
You foolish children have caused more trouble. Even after already knowing what you've caused. Sorry, I worded that terribly. What you've caused. You had an opportunity to turn around, and you never did. You continued.
Because we couldn't! Our hands were tied. We had no other choice. Imrith would not have allowed it.
Then make it right now, and tell everyone here what you all know.
Imrith, Mathiri, paid some of the puny folk out of one of the cities, out of the human cities. They were supposed to kidnap and separate mother and father. That's all they were supposed to do. And something went wrong, and our mother was slain. And they took our father. to ensure that the full weight of the maelstrom cannot bear down upon them.
Where did they take him?
I don't know.
Who was it that you hired?
Actually, they paid someone out of one of the... It was out of one of the cities.
Which one?
Sorry, I'm trying to think.
Faster. Pressure.
Ooh.
I think it was Yartar. That
Yo,
is a city.
Yartar.
Yartar.
And how do you know for sure that's the Rat City?
Because that was all that we...
It's on the wall.
I could be wrong, but it's hard to think right now.
There's a sign that said you go that way.
Yartar.
Yartar.
Yartar, 500 miles.
What did the man look like? Or woman?
I wasn't there when they were hired.
Who was?
Mytheri, now she's gone!
I'm Wrath. Can we stop referring to this false name?
I never knew her as that. It's difficult.
Do you know where she might have gone?
Up, up.
Yeah, right.
How do we go up, up?
Swim.
If that is truly Imrith,
Float.
Oh, you mean the blue dragon swimming away? Oh, look, it's fine, it's fine.
It's facing the
I
wall
kicked
now.
It's not
The
float.
cat, dude.
It's fine.
That was
Yeah, dude.
What
Mine
we-
is
what
that
we-
nice side profile you got going on.
what we
there.
face is
You want me to move it?
technical.
Go a little bit, go a little bit, go a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. Go back, go back, go back, go back, go back, go back. Alright, go back, go back, go back. Go back, go back, go back. Stop. Nice.
We'll help this time.
If it is truly Imrith we face, then she's known to us as the Doom of the Desert.
Oh.
It's in one of your deserts on the mainland.
Doom of the desert.
I think I know the place.
The
That's what they
Sahara.
call me.
Did you know that a tundra is actually a desert?
Snow desert.
Exactly.
Tundra.
We're going home.
It's Uthor that says, I want them both escorted to their chambers. I want you to lock the doors, post a guard. They do not get out. The storm giants that he's referring to, right away, Lord Imperator. No,
No.
the daughters. The daughters.
We're gonna probably have to go to Yartar.
He turns to you, because you've announced yourself as the one that speaks for the group.
Unfortunately.
Your fault.
Can you find her? Indicating Imrith.
Yep. It's our job.
The conch that you used to get here. You use it to get back. Find her. Save our king.
I'll try. I'll take that back. We will.
Okay.
He's not mad at you.
I usually like this fucking.
No, he's mad at the situation. You can just tell.
I'm gonna this old ass guys.
I never would have thought that the Allfather would create a day where giant folk are humbled by puny folk.
Tell him to write
You
it
know,
down.
puny folk is actually a slur.
No, you're puny.
Like, it's
Yeah.
wrong.
You tried, dude.
Be less small.
You tried.
It's like if I call
We're not
you...
going to argue semantics. Go find my king.
Okay.
Oh, the dog.
Yeah. It's the disrespect for me.
You jerk.
got
You
that
asked
dog.
for more
You're
water.
small.
You purposely didn't say nothing.
What?
You're small.
No, I'm not. Look at me.
Compared to that guy,
The Imperator goes off and starts
you're
to
the size of a stick.
resolve
Throw
the
that.
issue concerning the two sisters. And the other giant lords kind of look a bit confused. And before he departs from the room, our meetings are going to have to be adjourned for now. Return to your lands. We will send word when we can.
Let's go.
Thank you for your presence.
You know where we're staying.
No, they don't.
No.
And they all kind of depart, and you're
Send them a
left.
postcard.
We're just left in here?
With the conch.
Mm-hmm.
I
There's
have
a
the
few
con.
guards that are standing sentinel, but they're not like engaging with you.
I can leave. You guys all have a fee to pay.
But you look down and the conch is gone. And
Someone-
Varys is holding it in his hands, placing it up to his mouth.
I beat Varys.
And you
Can
just hear
you-
the conch go, try again.
Can you open your mouth and make the noise the same way you did it before? You opened your mouth really wide to blow that conch, Katray. You went,
It's a giant conch.
You're just making the noise.
Yeah, but the conch, you blow into it.
No, Katray goes,
Yeah, this is a big conch.
Yeah,
You know,
big
well,
conch.
it probably would be a bit
Big
bigger.
conch, big mouthpiece, dude.
Yeah,
He
Yeah,
loves
a bit bigger 'cause it's giant.
he loves big conches.
I wouldn't know. Some people like big conches. Some people like small conches.
He loves big
It's
ones.
like
size.
patio decks. Some people like big decks. Some people like small decks.
pocket-sized
People
conch.
some
Dark
people like
decks.
their decks outside. Some people like their decks
lighter
inside.
So do
I
we
don't
just
know.
have to blow into it to go back?
There's a magical item, the deck of many things. Some people like many things
Can you
in their
teleport us
deck.
back?
No.
But you might
Yes.
be onto something, dude. A living
How?
room. A living room.
The
with a
dude said
deck
while you were
full
gone, the guard said that we can use
A lot
the
of
shell
decks
to, or
in
the
the room.
of
shell,
decks.
the conch to go
Some
back to
people
where we
with
were.
decks of card got
Where
a lot
we
of
were
decks in
before.
their pantry.
I'll cast you 300
Wait.
feet into the water above
I
us.
don't get it.
It doesn't work that way. The conch of teleportation will take you back to Linar Mall.
No,
That's
I'll
it.
use Dimension Door
Oh.
to teleport him
No.
300 feet.
Well, he would have to willingly go through it. You can't just like force him to go.
I'll tell him we're going back to Linar Mall.
It
I
doesn't
don't
work
believe
that way.
you.
With a dimension door.
That mentioned door.
Right as he's holding the conch.
Look, Linar Mall. A fish floats by the portal.
you just see like a whale just and you go,
No.
yeah.
Wow, they flooded
Man, that
Linar
scares
Mall.
That's scary.
Well, you guys were over a lake, so that'd be. Oh no, there are whales in
Dude,
the
wait,
lake.
we can
What the
hella. I
fuck?
mean, if we go back to the castle,
Wait, so we're
To
in the
our
ocean or
floating
we're in a lake?
We're-
right now?
You're in the
we're
ocean.
in the ocean.
So there are kraken.
I thought we were under the ocean.
Yes.
Under the sea.
Under the sea.
Under the sea,
So you heard the giant?
Under the sea.
down where it's better.
Timestamp.
Do I still have the Night Stone?
We got juked by mystery.
No,
No,
you,
you don't
you
need
can't
it.
carry the Night Stone.
Night Stone's useless.
The Night
Night
Stone's in
Stone's
Linar Mall.
massive.
Yeah.
I'm
Night
turning it into
Stone.
an ornament for myself.
What if we return it back to
What?
Night Stone?
Someone blow the damn conch. Get me out of this
Alright,
goddamn cold
I-
ass fucking cave.
We'll blow the conch.
Okay. You go ahead and
Beam me
use
up.
punch teleportation. The lights around you brighten up very quickly, and you guys are conjured back on the back in the main hall of Linar Mall.
Did we suck a giant in by accident in
No.
our teleportation?
Hey,
Not at all.
Maybe you did.
It's not like a fucking apparition from like Harry Potter.
No.
Grab someone with you.
It could.
Throw a knife.
Like a
It could work that way.
Oh, could it? Oh,
Like,
Yeah,
that's
just-
cool.
you can't pull
Or
a
we
guy
spin.
that's like 3,000 times your size. Be like, grab by his big toe. Like, gotcha, buddy.
I pushed Misery out of the teleportation.
I don't think
before
that's how it
fit.
works.
No,
You
you
can
guys
push
all,
it, but I'd
y'all,
still end
y'all
up there.
are now currently in Linar Mall. So,
Alright, so I'm gonna start running back to our floating boat.
running.
okay.
Full sprint.
Yeah, you run back to your small little airship, and when you arrive there, there is definitely a lot of very dried up blood stains across
They
this,
knew Tatum
this
was
boat.
fucking clean it up. Where are they? Are they
The
gone?
bodies aren't on the boat.
Well, yeah, I know that. Are they gone now? Have they all been just like Lux, New Tatum?
Yeah, they're definitely gone.
I'm gonna
What?
use animate dead on the bones in my pouch, and I'm going to tell him, clean this place,
Damn.
make it spotless.
Yeah, the animated dead
Big
servant
place
goes
is
ahead.
spotless.
The animated dead servant goes ahead and gets out, and eventually, it's Linar Mall. There's got to be a bucket and a sponge and some water.
And a
Goes
toothbrush.
gets a bucket, sponge, and water, and just see this skeleton just scrubbing the deck.
I mean, we could actually take the floating fortress to any place, and then just drop down with the boat ship, flying boat.
Doesn't Linar Mall move?
I
Linar
just
Mall
said
does
that.
move.
I just
I-
said
I
that.
would
talking about the
advise
airship.
you to be
They
mindful.
both move. But
I advise you to be mindful that it's going to be very difficult for anyone to reasonably believe, as you guys are approaching them from the distance, that you are friendly.
Friendly, yeah.
It's going to be very difficult to get that appearance off.
what about the
So,
flying boat?
flying boat is totally easy to play off.
What if we write friendly on the bottom of it?
On the bottom?
How would you do that?
Oh, we get the boat and just paint on the bottom of the fortress.
Where do you have the paint?
The blood, hello.
The blood.
Just put
yeah.
some, like water paint. you know?
friendly and blood.
It's water
Yeah, because
paint.
that's not
We'll put.
that's not an ominous sign at all.
Well, parentheses. This is bad people blood.
Give yourself a point of inspiration for that. That was good. It won't happen, but just give yourself the inspiration for thinking it.
Can I figure out how to fly it? Because I mean, I feel like we need to know how to do that, right? Or is it simple?
We can park it outside of the city.
Well, you know,
I'm not gonna like parallel park it.
it's not too difficult because it's got a like a pump, obviously like a flame pump that makes the balloon expand,
Like a
and once it expands fully, it lifts off, and it just has a
There's
simple rudder to
pedals.
direct where it goes. So
So,
it's not that difficult to,
What's the plan?
to pilot.
are we going to?
I'm a sailor.
Yeah, so you would probably be the better one to
to
steer
pilot
it.
it, and he can blow it.
It's off to work we go.
So you guys get in a small little airship.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, are we going to Yartar first?
Yardar.
No, we're going to drop rocks on Waterdeep.
No,
No, we're
Nightstone.
actually going to drop more rocks on Nightstone.
Why do you hate
Campaign
Waterdeep,
guys
dude?
versus
We're gonna
the
drop
bad
the
guy.
Nightstone on
Maybe
Nightstone.
you'll kill that kid.
You
That'd
already
be funny. I just like a cartoon. It's like, hold on, we gotta go do something real quick. And then people at Nightstone are like having a party, and you see her, and the Nightstone drops like perfectly in place. They all have a panic attack, PTSD like triggers from the beginning of the campaign, and then you just see you guys like, sorry, and then fly off. That'd be totally like an Adventure Time style. That'd be hilarious.
Didn't we lose the castle, or can we
No,
go back to it?
We're
Yeah, the
back
castle.
at-
You're back there. It's
But
just
it'll be kind of
yeah, it's gonna be very difficult to pilot it places. So you guys take an
Yeah.
airship.
Okay.
The travel to where you guys are presently over to Yartar is not a simple.
only
We-
manning one of those
we
harpoon
can
looking
park
guns,
it.
whatever.
We can park it 300 feet above
Grab
ground,
treasure out of the
and then when we need to get back in, we can dimension door back
the
in.
map so
What's
quick.
the range on Dimension Door?
300 feet.
Wait, for what? The rope?
No,
No,
for
we-
Dimension Door.
We can park it lower to the ground,
3,000 miles.
and then
But how
we
many
can
times can you use
dimension.
Dimension Door?
A lot.
It's a third level spell.
Well,
Or
can't
four-
you only bring?
four.
You can only bring as much as you can carry. Like a
So 5.
Yeah, but
5 times.
I bring some person to pilot it, and then
Oh,
we
shit,
fly
so
it that
4
back down, so that we can get back on without people
Did
getting
you-
in.
probably to do him because he's the one he's a sailor.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I could park a tower if I needed to, anyways.
We're not driving the tower.
Yeah.
Where are we driving?
The boat.
Yeah.
What
Where
happened
do
to
you
the
drive
people
the
in
boat?
it?
Remember, they all died. That's why I just asked him who's gonna make it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Newtake killed them all
Yeah.
because they were members of the cult.
You
Yeah.
killed them all?
I didn't.
Well, technically,
Well, yes, but
yeah. Newtake had no qualms slaughtering them.
he kind of just asked, and I said, "Go ahead," and he just literally was excited to do it.
So my
Done.
skeleton's scrubbing the poop deck then?
Yes,
Nice.
the bloody poop deck.
Can I use animate dead again?
Sure. To do what?
Make another cleaning servant? Oh, we can a skeleton fucking
You can have a
pirate
skeleton
crew.
crew. Nicholas.
Nick.
I'm very comfortable
Nicholas.
Huh?
because I'm used to being the pirate.
Poltra's helping them.
Okay, Ethan. I'm gonna
With the
use
spyglass on
I'm gonna use animate dead on 2 more
Sure.
piles of bones, and
Let's go.
now we have 3 skeleton pirate crew
Can
members.
they sing?
I mean,
No,
I
they-
don't know if they can.
No, they do. Have you seen the Chorus
I
Bride? How they
hope
play
he-
like
he-
the xylophone
Oh.
with their
Close the
wrists?
door. Omar.
You know the video of the 3 skeletons dancing together in a line? That's
I
them.
got. I got you.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Fine. So you guys have a small skeleton crew to man this airship,
Cleaning montage.
and after quite a bit of travel, you guys are able to arrive in the city
That's for the next
of
episode.
Yartar.
Awesome.
Now,
Yartar.
I will roughly explain the city before you guys are
Yeah, it's full of misfits.
able to get in before Polter gets back. So
They're
it's
crazy.
Is it a
I
port
was
city?
crazy
Am I
once.
familiar?
That's all. I thought.
Yartar is a very
You- me
prosperous
clarify
city,
that.
so it's a
What are you-
very
oh, you're a
crowded
fucking-
and fortified city located in
What?
the Desserin Valley,
Cleric.
within the Savage Frontier.
Cleric.
Very lively, full of trade.
You better
and-
squawk.
You can see as you guys are flying closer in the amount of trade caravans that seem to be arriving on the roadways, travel barges that are coming in from the waterways, and just this natural like hustle and bustle of people from your very high advantageous
No,
position.
If someone says something
Um,
weird, just be like, raw? Like, just like tilt your head.
The city
When you eat, do you like,
the city is connected by a fortified bridge that's wide enough to accommodate several wagons. There is a spare citadel on the west bank. The Evermore Way is the roadway that leads up to the city, and it is at quite literally about a crossroads. So the biggest roadway is the Evermore Way, which is from the direction you guys were actually just at the Evermores. That's the big lake that you were at. And again, it's always bustling with merchant travel. So it's a very lively city as you guys are approaching. There is not a place to land in the city, so you guys are going to have to land sometime. You could land in the water.
I mean, it is
Or actually, the water is it's a river, so it's a river city.
Can we just drop a rope
just like
down?
tie a rope down to a rock. Yeah, it'll just.
Why don't we just go land like in the forest down?
Because we're in a
Walk
We don't
over.
have to land it. It
Walk
floats
over.
in place.
How long will it stay up if we don't, man it?
I think we pick the tallest building.
Well, I mean, you guys can land it.
How long can your skeletons last for?
24 hours. So I can let the skeleton drop the rope down when we're ready to get back on.
Yeah, he can just kind of like keep it.
I can tell the skeleton we'll fly a white flag, and when he sees the white
Okay.
flag, he'll drop the rope.
The skeleton just kind of like the jaw, like
Hell yeah.
just to let you know that like it listening to you.
It couldn't have like nodded.
Oh fuck. I'm gonna look at
One
that.
nods.
I'm gonna look at that skeleton and I'm gonna go, you are in charge of the other two here.
The other two like look.
And I'm gonna put my arm on the skeleton's shoulder. Glade, I believe in you. You are as my son. And then I'm going to grab him and kiss him on the forehead of his skull.
Wait, do you move the cloth out the way for him?
Does he have cloth on him?
No, you
You.
do.
Oh. Yes, but I make sure to hide it from everyone, and I go.
So you like.
Oh, this.
You just covered a skeleton's face while you made.
He's a pseudo.
Okay, if it looks creepy, I don't do it.
It's creepy to kiss the skeleton.
No, I'll go.
You would.
My boy, and then
The skeleton turns around and smacks the other one upside the head. The skull like rotates very quickly, and they once it gets it back on, it's all rattled, and the skeletons run off to work, and you can see the ones just like pointing at things and like.
And then I'm going to say, if the ship is under attack while we are not here, relocate the ship. Thank you. And then I'm gonna start untying the rope and throwing it over the side.
As you guys do that, you see the lead skeleton looks at the others and is like, and the other two are like, they can't communicate. You guys have no idea what they're trying to like get across. You guys travel the rope down and make your way into the city of Darkar, and it is quite bustling, quite active.
Bussing.
Not bussin', bustling.
Bussin'.
Bustling. What's going to be bussin' is coming up soon. Okay. Now, as you guys get through, you guys have to find something that connects the city or another city, but probably the city to. I can take life away faster than I can give it.
You already did.
Like,
Leave me be.
power word, just a stray maid, power word death. You have to find somebody to connect this chip.
So, because I've gambled, can I just go? Can I like know how to find the right people to kind of like locate?
Yeah, absolutely.
Can I
you
go
need
with
to go ahead
you?
and make an investigation
I want to go
check.
with him. Can
In
I
order
help
to
you? We're all
find, in
gonna
order
go.
to
You're my
investigate,
I'm the bodyguard.
it's going to require about 10 gold
That's fine.
per day's worth of investigation. So
That's
if
fine.
you guys
You got more than
fail a
enough.
check, you have to take another day to
We
investigate.
got more than enough, y'all.
So
I get
who's fronting the 10 gold?
Time.
So you front 10 gold,
I'm the banker.
and then go ahead and make a
I
investigation.
have the best investigation.
Dude, we
What
can't
are
help
you
him.
betting?
A plus.
Can I?
8
Because I
or
know how to
plus
rig
9.
games. Can I do that too?
What do you
If I
have?
were to gamble, so like, let's say if I need to gamble for
A
instance.
plus
have
9.
You
I
would
have a
know how to
-2.
cheat, but like
That's-
to rig a game, you would need to be
No,
in
I
like, the
wouldn't wanna rig, but I
position
wanted
of
to-
like
Can-
running it.
No, no,
Can I assist him?
No, this is just a flat rolls. One thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't add anything.
Well, it's investigation, but I'm saying it's like no. There's no way to get advantage on it. No
No
disadvantage.
Can I-
advantage.
Oh.
Omar, I have a plus 9.
advantage, right?
No,
Inspiration.
No. There's 4 of us.
I know.
I'm gonna
You
use my
cover more
inspo.
ground.
Why not?
Yeah,
If I rolled, we would be
probably
just
not gonna be a
fine.
hard DC then, huh?
You jinxed me, motherfucker!
Because you should have let me roll.
Wasted an inspiration.
What'd you roll?
3.
3. Your first
You're
day.
supposed to switch the dice.
Your first day is a little rough because it's hard to find. It's hard to find your bearing, and it's hard to get
I
an
got this,
idea like
guys.
where things are.
Right.
I need to know for your first day if you're going to be sleeping in the city or out of the city.
in the castle.
I'm sleeping out of the city.
In the
So
wassail.
you're going to go back up to the ship.
Yeah.
So you guys will leave and go up to the airship.
I'll stay because I kind of want to kind of investigate on my own.
Well, no,
somewhere.
like this is you gotta sleep. The day's done, so it's like
Yeah, I'll
are
sleep
you-
in town.
You're gonna sleep in town.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's gonna be another 5 silver to have a.
Oh, I have
night-
to count this now.
Right, so there's gonna be a night stay at a tavern.
Just kidding. No.
Right.
I'm leaving.
It's gonna be cold
Good.
on the ship, though.
But-
No,
But
it's
it's
not.
free.
You can
Yeah.
snuggle the Minotaur.
You know,
We're
I'm trying to-
fucking rich, dude.
I'm trying to save
Hey.
my money.
And we have our own ship,
There's,
and we
there's
can't
beds. There's, I mean, they're cots.
It's
but-
Look,
5
we're
silver.
running low on
There's
funds.
You
that
can't buy-
mindset.
No, we're
It's
not.
that mindset that's killing the
You
world.
can't
Hey,
buy a
technically, the funds are back on the on the castle.
Yeah, so I had to go back to.
You guys aren't
Still, we go.
Can I had
like
brought
all the funds. You
Yo,
guys
wait.
should- if you guys don't have 10 gold on you
Do we-
personally, we got a problem.
Can I sell? Can I liquidate some of those assets while we're here?
Actually, you know what?
If
I
you
sorry,
can
I
find
have
the room to do
I
it.
have silver on
You gotta
hand for
find a
myself.
place
I'll
to
stay
do
the
so.
night. Are you staying the night? I'll pay for you.
I have money. I can.
Do you have silver though? Exactly.
I have gold.
No, don't
I'll
do
just give
gold.
him a gold coin.
Ethan,
You get 5 silver back.
I would like to lead the investigation the next day.
10 silver for gold.
Silverback?
It's like if you give someone $1, you're gonna
You
give
Because
them.
of fucking
it's talking
idiots.
about gorilla, silverback gorilla. You got 5 silverback.
God damn it, Trey. I spent the
So
night. in
druid
town.
wild shapes do a giant ape and just starts kush, like the Hulk.
I would like to lead the investigation the next day.
Okay.
Since I have a plus
So it's
one.
another 10 gold for the second
Wait,
day.
how would you know where to find gambling stuff?
I don't. I'm just leading the investigation.
Yeah, so
Oh.
from this day moving on, anyone can take that primary roll. It's just
Oh.
another 10 gold.
I'll lead
It's another
the
10 gold.
investigation.
It's just another
Oh.
10 gold
It's
worth
okay.
of expenses. And this is like basically like bribing people, like trying to, you know, it's basically, yeah,
Dude,
like
dude,
feeding
I-
someone
dude.
and like, hey, here's a sandwich. Can you tell me where this might have
Told
come
you
from?
This is what you get.
Should have let me do it, dude.
If you let me roll the first day, it
Should
would
let
have
me
been
do
better.
it, dude.
They should
What'd you
let
roll?
me do it, dude.
A 12.
A 12.
That's not so bad.
So fortunately,
With a
you,
plus 9.
Fortunately, you are pointed in a very good direction.
What?
So the
Thank you,
Golden
Bruce.
Goose token that you've acquired is a very elite winning token that belongs to the Grand Dame. The Grand Dame is a riverboat that has been refashioned into a
Does it look fancy?
fun, fancy.
Free?
No,
Is there a dress code?
it's not a common place. So the people that go here are very wealthy. So yes,
We're gonna have to like dress nice and like pull a highs or something.
but it is a place where the wealthy go
Should we all
at
go,
night.
or should we just look the old man?
So I can't really say specifically what it's been
Outside.
refashioned as.
He's just like a mummy.
Yeah.
I believe we should all check out the Great Dane tonight.
What?
It is a riverboat for
It's a dog.
gambling.
Weren't we there with him when he said that, or was he just?
Yeah,
doing
you guys get it together.
I heard
Casino?
We should go there tonight.
it's pretty fancy.
It's a casino?
I don't know. Is that? Do they exist?
Yeah, casino.
We need to have a token.
Those aren't real yet, dude.
Why would they?
What are they called?
There's no slot machines.
Brothel.
Are they still called?
What?
No.
There's
Are
magic
they called
machines.
casinos?
It's just gambling, dude. It's not a casino.
Do casinos?
Casinos are explicitly like they have slot machines
Yeah,
and stuff.
dude, yeah, but they got pools.
Like
and
casinos
shit.
have gambling, but
Yeah,
yeah.
D&D's got magic. Like, there could be
Mm.
casinos.
No, it's just a gambling den.
Ethan.
That sounds good. A
There's
gambling den.
casinos, right?
There are casinos.
No.
Boom!
But it's not a casino.
What?
The riverboat.
Yeah. Is there a
It
dress
might be.
code? Do we have to dress fancy, or will they look at us weird?
The wealthy go here. So
Then we should
yes.
dress nice, guys.
I shouldn't.
I
go
think-
then, dude.
I wear a shawl.
No, you can be my bodyguard. You can
No,
wear
dude.
like a nice suit.
They're gonna be like, ugh.
No, because if they
suit.
you can wear a suit. With a-
Casino?
Dude,
That's what I was saying.
Well, it would be so like the noble
So it's
dress would seem
like
less of
starting
like
with
a piece suit. It'd be more of like a fancy doublet. So big cloak. Well, not a cloak, but it's kind of like those.
Sweater.
It's kind of like a suit jacket that is one formal piece, and then you have obviously the nice pants. You get nice shoes.
I'm gonna go.
Do your hair nicely.
Yeah, I'm gonna look very nice.
I'm gonna go
presentable.
clothes shopping.
He's gonna show up and be like, who the
I want to get an expensive cape.
Okay.
You
How-
have to take the.
Are we talking like fancy threads? Are we talking like animal pelt?
Fancy, like very like royalty, like a royalty
Napoleon.
looking cape, like very thin threads, like a very
Napoleon.
extravagant design woven
But
into it
not like a
with
not
high-end
like
materials.
a Corella Deville like
No,
like animal skin.
Can I wear
No.
that?
For, yes, you could.
I
You
want
could probably find something that's a little bit along those lines.
Napoleon.
Like Napoleon.
I want like a I don't know what Napoleon's cape.
I'm getting the idea of what you're wanting. Yeah,
Like
you're
a-
wanting something that's gonna be like an actual thread versus a fur.
Like
Yeah, can I get like a
an
golden
embroidered
one
ornate cape.
or like a
Can I
white
wear
one,
a
or not
s-
a golden white one?
Sure.
Like, since my skin's pink, I'll do a black like silhouette dress actually.
Okay.
With like, do they have like the gloves that go up?
I'm sure they could make
I'll
that
do that. I'll look
wealthy.
very like presentable, you know.
I my monocle that covers my one exposed
I'm going
eye.
commando.
I would like to buy a more expensive monocle.
So you're about to be heading into a very
Toga. I used to wear a
wealthy
toga.
ship.
Roman shawl.
We're gonna
What
need
do
to
you just
figure out
ask?
if there's any way to cover the fact that you cover your face as a way of making it acceptable for
My
you to remain
religion.
that
Can I-
way if that's the
Like a
case.
masquerade mask.
What if I helped him? What if
Yeah.
if he allowed me? What if
Huh?
I
You
help?
would need to find a faith that would do that.
Wait, if he allows me, what if I help him? Can I use disguise self on? Oh, can I only use it on myself?
I can use disguise self.
You
Can I?
could.
Can't I?
Yeah.
So
No,
then-
I have
Yeah,
disguise
then-
self.
I think because I'm wearing a dress too, I might do that too because I want to hide. I don't want to look like a tiefling when I pull up.
Okay.
Well, I want to look like a wood elf.
And what are you getting, Mr. Wood Elf? A doublet?
Like, is there like a religious fine?
We both look
clothes
hell
Like
different.
priestly
Wait, can
robes?
you cast disguise self on me? Because I don't have
No,
it prepared.
I don't cast it.
Like-
I don't think.
Like,
The white
can
like
use it on me,
Vatican
though?
I
style?
think so.
White and
No,
gold.
If you do that,
Red
I'll
and
just stay
gold.
with
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like
Because
the
I
Pope.
I don't have it
Like
prepared,
the
so
monk.
I
What I
Well,
can
they
do is,
have
I mean,
to
because
with a
I'll
mink,
have to
though.
basically see what you
With
look
a
like.
mink?
We can go
Okay.
into like a different.
Okay.
Can I
if
actually
you
wear
don't
that?
want to like
Sure.
share that, like no,
I'll be fine
like
with it.
one thing to know.
Let's
what you
fucking
choose.
It's
go.
like
Yeah.
it's like a half a session event.
basically I'll
I'm
just,
not
like,
Holy
concerned.
symbol.
Put make
About
what,
specific
make yourself,
and a
you know,
big
look
ass
however
mink.
way you want to.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So what about Pultra?
Sunglasses
What?
with it.
How fancy is Pultra gonna get?
I'm trying to look like the bodyguard, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna buy a white shirt and white pants.
can he carry my
that
rifle?
go? The pants go. They cover the full length of my fur down to the hooves, and then the shirt covers the whole length down to his hands. And then he's just gonna wear his normal paladin, like his paladin garb, like only the paladin garb. So just like armor, like the breastplate, a shoulder plate, and like knee pads and elbow pads.
Okay.
If
And then
Omar
just carry his weapons.
casts
Oh,
his-
you know what? Can I also get? I want to get a white cloak with a big old hood, but the hood's pulled back and down.
Okay.
Nice.
In total, we're looking at
Mine's
probably
expensive for sure.
yeah, we're probably looking at a total of 400 gold worth of expenses. for just your-
can
I don't know, man. It might not be worth
So-
it.
It's
I mean, I would have. I
We should
feel like
turn-
because
we
I
should- we
have to
should
keep
turn
track of
around
money,
and
I think
say-
I should have at least brought
how many
like
more
10,
campaigns do we have left?
5,000.
so much
Can I
gold.
at least like, brought it
Sessions.
onto the ship?
Well, I mean,
No, we have enough gold to not
it's
give
less
shit
of a matter of like
back.
needing it
Exactly.
immediately because you have the conscious
No, what I'm-
motivation.
what I'm-
With
what
the
I'm-
conch, you could
yeah,
just
but-
teleport back to the ship.
So we became adventurers. We got to cast.
So anytime you want to, you just blow the conch, you're back in the ship.
Oh, so
We
then we
won.
can
If
definitely.
you're
We
teleporting
won
from the
already.
ship, you go to Maelstrom. If you're teleporting outside of the ship, you go to Glenar Mall. So
Oh,
you
then-
can teleport back, grab the gold, teleport back,
Oh,
pay the fees.
okay.
So you're good.
Also, because I fight with a revolver,
Mhm.
I will carry like a handbag that I'm able to conceal it in.
Yeah, you're gonna,
Conceal
Because I'm not gonna.
you're
I
gonna
can't
blow
just.
through the
I can't
handbag.
just like.
I didn't know we were going to be adding a flavor of freedom into this game. We seasoned D&D with Dungeons, Dragons, and Liberty.
Is it legal in Yartar?
I don't think it's legal in Yartar. I don't think it's legal. But then again, guns aren't like a thing in Dungeons and Dragons
yeah.
presently in our timeline where it's like everyone's got a revolver. No one's pulling out 6 shooters and bang, bang, bang. So, yes, you could do that. It's going to be about 400 gold worth of expenses just to make sure you have all of your things. It's going to take you about 2 days to gather these things. So you know where the Grand Dame is. You take a few days because some might have to get like specifically altered.
I can cast Disguise
So it
Self.
takes the
on
2
Are you
days.
sure?
Yeah, I don't want you to see
Takes
my
2
face.
days?
So I wanted to
2
keep it a
days.
Let's
secret.
fucking go.
Hell yeah.
I-
You should be completely clear.
I would
to
only
normal, baby.
logically.
And
Oh, shit.
After finishing your
Is there
full
a type
rest,
of
your
magical
body has
pact we can do?
recovered your kind of like
So
magical
that would- it's like
energy.
a, like an Indian
Your
We're gonna
attunement
fucking
to the
make
ether
it.
has recovered,
Maybe. I don't
and you
know.
feel like your old sprite self.
It,
He gets out of bed.
Dude, I'm just waiting
In
for
a
you to go
minute.
down, bro.
if Omar casts Disguise Self on me, do I
No.
have to? He doesn't have to see my face.
Because it's a self spell, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
the
no.
first
He can't
time
cast
You
this
cast
guy.
it on you.
He can't cast
Oh.
it.
No, so if it's a self spell,
Oh.
that's it. Applicable to self.
Dude, that's why he plays a half orc, bro.
So the spell that
So he'll
is
never go down. You
seeming.
motherfucker.
So I'm gonna look like
Second you go
I'm
down,
still like
bro.
a regular human.
What's he look
woman.
like?
But I do want to look
Face
very.
reveal.
Yeah, you
Face
can do that.
reveal.
Look
I have
very,
yet
like,
to
you
go
know,
down. Well, actually, I went down once,
Oh,
but
yeah.
I forgot about
Yeah,
my
so you
orc
could change.
ability.
I think Disguise Self will allow you to change like your skin complexion. You could change.
You're a bad
You could
guy.
basically like
Yeah.
make it where
I
like your
forget
horns
that
aren't
I'm an orc,
visible.
dude.
Your tail is invisible, like things like
I'm,
that.
okay, then I'm gonna do just that.
Tail's
Sure.
invisible?
Well, Disguise Self, like
Oh,
you
it's a spell.
Yeah.
What's the kit?
Alter Self, you can like. I'm pretty sure with. Let me check because Alter Self is a different spell. I might be making a mistake here, so I'm gonna check real fast.
What?
Disguise self is like an
Just-
illusion. Alter self is
So,
where you actually change.
you make yourself,
Yeah.
including your clothing,
Into a
armor,
furry.
weapons, and other belongings, look different. You can seem 1 foot shorter. You can't change your body type, so you have to adopt a form that has the same basic arrangement of
You can't
of
be
limbs.
fatter.
So you
Wait,
can't
what?
get rid of your horns. You
You
can't,
can't be like
get
a-
rid of
a
your
horse.
tail. But I will say because it says it doesn't specify the skin complexion, that you can alter your skin tone, but you can't remove your.
So then I'm gonna do this then.
horns.
I'm gonna. I mean, if I'm wearing a dress, I could probably hide my tail within my dress.
Probably, yeah.
And then I think what I'll do is I'll wear like a turban. I think I'll be like more with an olive skin tone color, and I'll have like a turban so they're covering my
Sure.
my horns.
Okay.
Man, what
So I
the?
look more like, more, I guess,
What
cultural. I
is
don't
happening?
know.
Yeah, bronze goddess. Boom.
Sure. Yeah.
Katrina are pigs.
Why?
Because they won't let us fucking be half donkey, bro. What the fuck?
Yeah, sorry. The first level disguise self spell won't let you change yourself. Try to get polymorph. Just get polymorph and turn yourself into a donkey. That's all.
Can I just when you roleplay us meeting up to go into this place? Can
Like,
you give me an
we both
opportunity
look
to
hella
disguise
different.
how I present myself with disguise self?
It's gonna take-
Yes, but
Yeah.
we did just read that you can't alter your body type,
Yeah,
so you would still have to show off.
what my face looks
You would
like.
have to show off your face unless you're able to find a way that covers the fact that you have your face covered.
Wait, so I can't make like the features more anything,
You can fix some of the complexion issues.
but I can't make like my cheekbones different or.
Well, what I'm saying is you can't make it appear. You can't like create a face. So like
I
you
can't-
can't still wear your
I can't make a new face. And
right.
do
So like
that.
you can't cover your clothing with a disguised.
But
face.
if I take my clothing off, I can't create a new. I can't make a different
you
face.
can't make
over-
a different face, but you can. I would say with disguise self, you could probably change a bit of. I would go as far as just the complexion, because alter self changes your body like very very well. So I'm giving a little bit of some grace here. There's probably someone in YouTube that's going to be like, "Oh, just going to do that." I'm going to say, "My game, buddy. We'll figure it out next week."
I'd like to discuss a plan with Misery.
Well, I mean, you don't know what I look like yet.
Plan.
No,
Wait,
but-
can we pull up? Can you actually describe what we're all wearing?
But before, because I don't want to show my face then if it's not going to be
Oh,
different.
you're gonna tell me
Well, then
first?
you would just have to come up with a reason
But I
why
want-
that's the case.
I want Misery to be a part of this plan, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna go up to Misery like a day before we have it planned to go out.
I mean, we're probably going to want to think about it a little bit more out loud because I would want to kind of confirm, like, maybe that would work, or I don't know, that doesn't seem sufficient enough. So I can help guide you through that. So there would have to be something that if someone would be like, you need to remove your head coverings, it would be an answer that once
Yeah.
received, they'd be like, "Oh, my apologies, you're good."
Let me. It'll be. Mine's not. It's not crazy. Let me role play it with him, and then.
So there I was,
No,
2 centuries ago.
it's not. It's not. It's not crazy.
Yeah,
Remember
I'm confused.
You know this
I
thing is
just-
called yard card?
No.
Was this the day before?
Yeah.
Never thought I would do this.
Like in the
Hey,
later in the day, I guess. I don't know.
Danak, welcome in.
Let's go.
We got a guy in chat. Thanks for joining.
Hey yo.
What'd they say?
I just put laughing emojis. We'll take it.
We're just too funny.
Sorry, I was just checking the time on it.
Can I say something to Misery?
You have my full authority. You do not need
Okay.
to ask permission.
I have cigars
Okay, cigars
Perfect.
and a cigar cutter.
and a cigar cutter. I don't know if that would be a thing.
Classy,
Yeah,
dude.
would.
No, not in this time.
If they're cigars.
Dude, they just use
So
their
you
teeth.
think that cigar cutters have been around since like
Yeah.
the medieval times?
They have to have
Well,
been.
technically.
If you prove that to me, you can get a cigar cutter. And otherwise, it's probably like a knife.
Just check the package.
Misery.
Check the
I-
package.
And they probably cut the edge off. I don't know. I'm trying to think.
I'm listening.
Look up medieval cigar cutter. And if you find something, we're golden.
I have a problem.
And
Getting into this casino for me might prove difficult with me trying to conceal my body. I came up with a plan to pretend to be someone of value. Someone that, if my identity
That's not how that
was
works.
revealed,
No.
it would create an uproar throughout the casino that would surely interrupt business.
Well, there was no
And that's
magic
all
back
that
in medieval
matters,
days, but
is that I'm here to give you my money.
why are you giving me your money?
I just think that someone of wealth might be accompanied
1868.
by a pretty lady, and I was wondering if for the
17th
charade I'm
century.
trying to pull, if you would go in there
there
as
was no
my
magic
companion.
back in medieval times. There's no dragons back in medieval times that we know of.
I guess
that we
there's
know of.
Pretty people dragging these nuts.
No harm in that.
Yeah,
If we can make it
1800s is
work
the oldest.
And
they
deceive them.
I invent
then I'm
one.
up for it.
I'll even,
That sucks.
I'll
Word.
even give you some gambling
Big
money
brain.
for it.
I have enough.
Alright.
It was 750 years.
I have a plan.
I'm playing
So what's the
Misery
plan?
just
The-
to
the
make a
plan
cigar cutter.
Is so I've decided to keep my mask on,
Okay.
and my plan is to present myself as a extremely wealthy and powerful man who's, if their identity, who is just trying to hang out with other rich folks throughout the casino, but if my identity was revealed, it would surely create an uproar throughout the casino that would disturb the amount of money that the casino was able to make. It would
That sounds like a pretty basic and vague description.
It-
How would you back that up?
how would I
What if
back
you're
The
pressed?
money. The money
What?
man.
What if they're what if they press you? What if they want proof that you actually are someone of importance, so that they could confirm?
He's got a bodyguard with
I-
him.
That's great.
And
That's
a
awesome.
shit ton of gold.
Yeah, and you guys.
In
you
a
guys
castle
don't know
that we
how
live in.
underground crime works. Like this is an
No.
underground crime ring. They can be like, yeah,
know
anyone
above
would try to
ground
play it
crime.
off of the just having a bodyguard.
I've just
I
stolen
gotta
stuff from
verify
Walmart.
the authenticity of the status. I'm trying to verify the authenticity of the status. So how would that happen?
I would pull out my ruby worth 999 gold.
Okay, you have a fancy bauble. How does that prove who you are?
Do you have? What are your skills, Misery?
You need an ID.
I have deception.
Need a new costume.
Insight.
Just not a cigar cutter because they don't exist.
Misery. Fuck.
No, you should just wear your robes and just we'll say you're a monk that took a vow of silence.
Wear
I-
a veil. Like
Yeah.
like a girl that just came from a wedding.
But basically, what you can wear is like a suit
The necromancer with a human skin bag just walks by
And with a veil.
veil on.
where it's like low enough
That'd
and
be
dark
crazy.
enough to where you can see through it, but they can't see what your face is like.
What kind? Do you have kits, by the way? Kits.
Me?
You
Like
can
tool
adapt.
kits. Yeah. Does anyone have tools?
I have a
Yeah, I have
scholar's
thieves'
pack.
tools.
Thieves' tools, scholar's pack.
Uh,
Okay.
I'm going
Never
to
mind.
try.
Just trying to see maybe how to.
I'm going to ask Misery. Okay, can I roll a history check on some of the highest ranking nobilities of like the local regions? Or most powerful?
With disadvantage.
If I were to make a fake,
Because that's a very specific thing that's not necessarily a historical.
if I make a fake document, would that be
No.
considered deception?
I rolled the same number
Huh?
twice.
Would that be considered deception if I were to like
You
create
need a forgery kit.
Oh,
And a,
can I buy one?
Wait, you
Could.
roll doubles? Maybe you
Yeah.
can roll again.
Well, since it's the day before, I might as well buy one.
Yeah, you guys can buy a forgery kit.
I rolled a 15.
15. There's not any major lords in the area that would require anonymity.
Ariel, I have a forgery kit. What can we forge to make him look official?
documents.
Of
Great question. Yeah, so for the forgery kit, it's going to cost you 15 gold.
Okay.
He probably know the most.
So it contains a variety of papers, parchments, pens and inks, seals and sealing wax, some gold and silver leaf, so things to like fleck over the stuff, and then supplies
Just write up
necessary
like
to
a-
create convincing forgeries of
business
physical
license.
documents.
For a
Could it
crazy
be?
business, like an alcohol business.
And it utilizes your deception.
And then you could even, yeah, I would just write up like a fake business. Like if you want to go the rich route, just write up a fake like alcohol license for
Yeah.
the town of
What? Yeah.
Waterdeep. Alcohol license in Waterdeep, dude. Rich as hell.
I mean, this is a crime syndicate place, right?
Yeah.
Great question.
I guess I can do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some type of
You'll be a successful alcohol chain in Waterdeep.
yeah.
He's a baron.
Who's like, do I know the owner of the casino?
You guys can make a persona. That's fine. You guys would need to like thoroughly think it out.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
okay.
have a
I'm
forgery
just saying,
kit, so
yeah.
if you want to be like, yeah, we're gonna make you this, like this is your name, this is your who you are.
I'm just throwing ideas out there. I don't want to do
Darnell
it.
Willingham.
You have the forgery kit. It's not a matter of whether or not you can do it. It's what are you doing and how well are we going through that.
Your head's spinning. Dude. What are you thinking, dude?
I just don't want to fucking take my mask off.
No, you don't. You don't.
Right.
have,
So you have a forgery.
we can
kit
say
now.
with the forgery kit, we can just have you remain anonymous.
How am I gonna convince them to let me in with my mask
The
on?
easiest way is to just go the religious route.
But what religion? Ethan's
Yeah, I'm
pounding
questioning everything.
Yeah, he's
Trying to prep so that your guys' story is
Mask.
airtight.
Huh?
Like an ornate mask?
That's out of just simple
No.
black cloth.
I don't. There has to be like a religion where it's like.
Remember, disguise stuff you can change. You
That
can
covers their heads
like
in
the
black
hidden
cloth.
or something.
you can
not
change your
black
skin
cloth.
tone. Maybe you can just
Like
wear
a
a
mask
mask
that
from
you
like
actually put
the
on.
nose down.
Like
Maybe.
V for Vendetta, but not anonymous.
Yeah, some of the more shamanistic
Yeah.
faiths would.
Like a wood mask.
Right, but that's
Like
not
an Aztec.
that's not wealthy.
Tiki mask.
Now we're moving. Now you're trying to blend outside of the wealthy,
Well, I'm just trying to
fancy
yeah,
theme.
I'm
We're
thinking
trying to move
outside
up
of the
to
box.
the elite. Could be.
Elite people.
It could be optional.
Jeff, have you ever seen Jeff Bezos?
Yeah, they like curiosities. I get it. They like eccentricities. That
I would
could be an
say-
option.
I mean, if you don't want your face to be seen too, I mean,
I'm going to go buy a pair of clothes without anyone coming with me so that no one knows what clothes I'm wearing, and I'd like them to just be a very professional, like something that doesn't seem like something I like my style, like not edgy or
Necromantic.
Yeah.
Necromantic.
Yeah.
Sure.
and
you
then
don't have your robes.
and then I'm going to go to them and I'm going to say, go into the casino without me, for if you happen to stumble
Well,
upon...
we are nowhere close to entering the casino yet. You guys
Right.
still have to have a plan.
I know, but I'm telling them, go in the
Gamble.
casino without me, for when I enter there, I am not Nephis, for none of you will be able to recognize me, and I will do my work alone.
we should at least have
Okay, sounds good.
a meetup
Anyways,
spot.
No
we,
one
are we,
can
do
see
we at
me
least know
when
like a
I'm in.
layout of what the boat, what the layout looks like inside? Would we have some type of knowledge if we had paid the right people?
You have to figure out how to get that done. You could try.
Oh lordy.
I mean, since we were there for 2 days, could we have at least
Just
investigated
water, drink.
maybe workers that work there by chance and see maybe if we can talk to
Where's
them? And
Make an investigation check for me.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Yo, what the fuck?
Yeah, you got it, dude.
I got a 10.
A 10. The only name that is brought to note is that the Golden Dame is captained by a Lord Caspier Dryland. Caspier Dryland is the captain of the Golden Dame, and he rules Yartar as its water baron.
What was his last
Water
name?
Baron.
Dryland.
I ain't like that for iron.
That's all I got.
Yep. With a 10. So if you're going to go by yourself,
I mean, you could go case the joint by yourself.
no, but so what he's saying is he's going to, because if I'm understanding you correctly, you're going to not
He
have
wants to
yourself
go in.
masked.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But he
You're
doesn't want to
doing this
see us
because
go in.
you're going to go so separate that they don't
recognize me.
recognize
But then,
you.
we're gonna recognize who helped us. We're gonna be like, oh,
I'm not helping you guys. I'm not gonna be with you. I'm not gonna interact
but
with
you
you
said
guys.
you'll do your work.
So basically saying after we...
Once we come back together and I am once again covered in my Nephis clothing, I will tell you what I've
Basically
learned.
what he wants to do is he wants to go in the casino, whatever that's called. We're going to go in, we're going to gamble, we're going to
What
try
if
to
a fight
find...
breaks out?
Then I'll figure something out. I might fucking those
We're
are
gonna have to Clark Kent it. real
Right,
quick.
see, this is why we're not close to getting inside of this casino. We're going to have to think some plans.
I have invisibility. I have a bunch of spells.
Okay.
I can break into another room and try
But I
to.
feel like the best thing to do might be to break into two teams. Like, cause I was thinking about going in with him as like his bodyguard type deal. You and Katray could go in together. What is Katray? Who's he go?
We
What's he
don't
wearing again?
We don't know.
Varys has a very nice, kind of like papal robe.
Varys is the last person I would
So
So
want.
he's appearing very
Like,
religious.
But you should hella just be a monk who took like an oath of silence then.
Varys,
And just going with him.
they're not gonna let me in with a mask. The religion won't even make sense. There's no religions that do that.
You
Why
can say
you
that
can,
he had-
you're his advisor, bro. Because he can be a dirty.
doesn't-
He can be a dirty monk. So he goes and gambles with the monastery's money, and he brings you, and you're his silent advisor. Because
So
you,
the matter is trying to provide a cover for why his face is covered. Has nothing
Then-
to do with who he is in relation
then-
to someone. So like the route of like I'm a wealthy person who needs to keep anonymous, that would be a cover. You would need to establish who this wealthy person is. There's a lot of different roads you guys could try to go down, but the primary focus is if you're going to go covered, there has to be an explanation that is reasonable as to why you...
With the forgery papers, we can make it to where he's a noble, but he doesn't want to be seen in this type of...
Right, so you would have to make the noble.
Okay.
Is Waterdeep close by?
Who is this noble? What is his...
We want
Because
something.
once... So, I want to make it clear. Once you guys are inside the casino, it's going to be like spy stuff, basically. Like, you're going to be asking questions, skill checks, we're talking deceptions, persuasions. So,
Okay.
we have to be prepared with, like, some idea of what it is you're going in. You guys got to figure out what you're going to try to do in terms of, like, what you're trying to obtain in connection of this ticket. You have to find something that relates to the giants, something about King Hecaton. Like, King Hecaton's location needs to be the goal. So, walking in and talking about giants, that's kind of a big deal. So, it's going to kind of red flag people quickly. So, that's what we're going to have to kind of work around.
Okay. Is there a noble? Do I know any nobles of Waterdeep?
There's a lot. Quite a lot.
You don't need to become one of the nobles of
No,
water.
You
we
guys,
just-
you
we
can
can
make,
make-
you can create your own nobility.
Yeah, so
You
basically
can
what
forge
you need to do...
documents.
What you
You
need
can
to
call
do
yourself
is-
Lord Humblebumble,
Yeah, we need to create your name.
Lipperdip,
You need to
and
create where you're from.
Humble
You're a
bubble
noble
over
of whatever, so that you have this information so that if they were to ask you questions, you can back yourself up.
yeah, and the documentation would have to verify that you are someone who, so it would have to verify why anonymity is important. Because what you're trying to verify is why you have to be anonymous. So think of reasons why someone may cover their face. Why would people not present themselves? Anonymity is one route. But why do you have to be anonymous?
Someone that holds secrets.
Because my family owns a large trading route, and if someone were to see me in a place where I might be vulnerable, they would try and take advantage of that and use it against my family. Like maybe kidnap me or something like that.
How old are you?
That's a really hard thing to explain to someone, though.
How old
that
are you?
not
And then you would have to
people
You'd have
be like,
documentation, though.
Right, so you'd be forging documentation.
Yeah.
So
How
that,
old
that
is
actually
your
is a
character?
route. That's a pretty
How old is
decent
your
route.
It's a trading route.
31.
Yeah.
You could come from a large, from a
You
large
just have to
family.
hope
You
that
want to
they
stay
don't
anonymous.
know any of the nobles that run the trading routes, but yeah,
holy shit.
It's
that's an option.
It's an underground trading route.
It's still an option. That's moving in the right direction. That's good. That's good.
I can't lie for shit.
Well, you can lie a little bit easier now that you're not.
You can tell half
Yeah.
truths because you're not lying.
Dude, you could be the high priest
Can-
who comes out to gamble, and he's your gambling
Can-
advisor,
I
and you
know.
don't talk when you're out, so that no one can
Well, what do you think?
guess your identity.
I'm gonna ask Misery.
Okay.
Misery. I understand you might have gotten your hands on a foraging kit. Forgery kit. I was wondering if you'd be willing, with your art of deception, to write me fake nobility papers, as well as a note from my father, which is not a real father, but a fake noble father, saying that my anonymity must be kept, for it endangers the entire family and their business, which has a large influence over the region. But we don't need to say that. That probably is redundant. Maybe just
With our backgrounds, are we aware of how many big traders there are?
No.
No.
Because business is run by nobles.
Are there
it's
specific-
partly what makes them noble.
Are there specific trades?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of specific trades,
And
but there's also a lot of specific nobles that dabble in those trades. So there's
Is there-
like jewel crafting.
Is there a
No,
specific
sorry, I mean
trade?
trade routes.
Yeah,
I
Okay.
think that's what we're talking about right now.
sure. Make a history check. It'd be at disadvantage because it's a very specific and
I
precise
would say
thing
go with
for
something
travelers
that
of
you're
the
familiar
savage
with and
frontier
you're-
to learn.
Like that's what you sell. You're in the business for. Like, you focus on dead. Maybe you sell ivory.
A poacher? You could be a poacher. But then we have to figure out what animals are poached. Maybe if they ask questions.
Humans.
Okay. That kind of close.
That's why I wear masks, dude. A lot of people don't.
He's not Hannibal Lecter.
Whoa.
Let's go eat them.
That could be an option. I mean, there's only one place I can think of that you've been to that has any form of connection to being strangely anonymous would probably be Nightstone. So you could forge documentation that says that you reside in Nightstone.
why does Nightstone?
Because it's the only city that you've been into that, if it had nobility, it would have like 2.
And
And it's a small town, so most of the, it's a small town that even at the beginning of the campaign they couldn't fund to get people to.
Yeah,
because
you know
it's
what
like,
else we can do, bro?
it
We
wasn't
can pull up with the castle. We can park the castle on top of the boat.
I would
Let's
advise
not
against
do
that.
that.
What? What?
You would
They're all gonna
frighten
freak
quite a
out.
bit
What
of
an
people.
ultimate flex of wealth, dude.
Hey,
What if we put the
Alibaba,
castle on a mountain?
Aladdin over here. What?
Put the castle on a mountain. Like that's where we live.
That's my flying.
Yeah, we live in the
castle.
castle on the mountain. No.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Never
full
seen
of-
that before.
It's haunted. It's haunted.
Gaslight.
Gaslight.
Will you make
You've never seen that
My
giant fucking
identity's
castle right on that
surname.
mountain right next to your guys' city?
Grogbearer.
Rolls an at 20. Yeah,
Of course
I was there yesterday.
Grog-
Of course you've never
Bear?
heard my name. You've noticed the castle right there.
Is that one word?
Yes. I want my
How
last
do you
name
build
to
the
be
castle for those
Grogbearer.
50 years?
What's your first name?
Jonathan.
What?
Jonathan.
Jonathan Grogbearer?
No H.
Yes.
Onathan. Oh,
Jonathan, no J. No.
Whoops.
He goes, Onathan. No.
Sorry.
Jonathan.
Julio.
I mean, I have no choice anyway.
No H at all. Jonathan.
Jonathan.
Jonathan. It's
Jonathan.
southern.
We have
Southern.
the finest aged grog in Nightstone.
We do have alcohol on the boat.
You do. You have a lot.
We did open one, didn't we?
Grog.
What kind of alcohol was there? Do you
The
remember?
one that's on the airship's not that good.
But they
The
don't
ones
know
at
that.
Lennar Mall are pretty decent.
Do we know what that was called?
It was just an ale. They had an ale and a wine.
Just make up shit.
Poltra,
What?
can you go along with this plan? I'm thinking
Dragon's Breath.
maybe we can bring a grog of ale from Lennar Mall to
That'd be cool.
Lucky Friend.
No.
build relations with the people letting us in,
Dragon's Breath.
and maybe to further the
Dragon's
proof
Breath, Lucky Friend.
that I'm from a
those actual
nobility
drinks?
of brewers.
Oh,
Alcohol.
here
Oh,
I'll pay you.
in D&D.
I don't understand what you want me to do.
I want you to carry a
luxurious
barrel
is-
of fine liquor
I'm-
from Lennar Mall.
Oh.
I don't know much about rich people, but that might piss off a few. of
Let's
them
not
here.
bring anything as proof. Like we're making documents.
He's saying
that-
it's a gift.
No, I know it's as a gift, but it's
but
still
that's
it's
kind of
like
risky
a,
because if they had a
like you're
professional
still
there,
bringing.
We'd have to go to
product.
Lennar Mall, but we already have gone to Lennar Mall for the
Plus,
gold
we're
bag.
already
All I
bringing,
have
we're
to do is
already,
blow
we're
this
already
conch.
bringing a shit ton of money to the gambling establishment.
Mhm.
I'm
Which
not-
would be good. It probably would be a good idea.
What
on
if we do a
grabbing
generous-
spending expenses?
yeah.
You're going to be in a very wealthy place. I'm going to be very honest
You need
with
to
you guys.
spend money.
Money is going to, if you're going to talk with people and you want money to talk, money is going to talk. You're going to need a lot of it.
Look, I'm telling you guys right now, at least in gold, we have 35,000 gold.
Yeah, we're fine. We're fine.
If you
Grab
can,
all 35,000.
you can carry gold. All I ask is that you.
It would probably be a better idea to bring some of the curious gold trinkets than it would
You
be
see,
bringing
money-
alcohol.
money is
I think
nothing.
bringing alcohol is a bad idea
I agree.
Triple or
Why?
nothing. I'll
because
sell
it
you my
looks
children.
silly.
How? That's
My
just your own
children's
personal.
children.
Look, we can bring it, but if we're saying that we are
Little
professionals,
grandbaby Thomas,
what if
he
they have
puts his
professional
pants on my
know what
lap.
kind of ale or whatever?
I don't like
alcohol
it.
That's
beverage
not
we
I'll
have?
give
my
you 15
points.
of my children.
My only argument is that I'm bringing in. I'm claiming to be from a family. I'm offering to pay you guys this. It's not going to disable you from bringing the amount of gold that you want by
I'm on
carrying
board
a
with the
barrel.
plan.
I
just-
would say
I just think
that-
the barrel is too far.
Well, what else am I
Wealthy
supposed to
people are
bring?
Pretty prideful,
No,
pretty pompous. The idea of gifting them something would go at least some leg of the way. They
There's
don't like gifts; they like free stuff. They're,
yeah. Then
they're
why
rich
don't we?
snobs.
Why don't we just gift the captain?
because I'm
could.
trying to
You
find
could.
an
Gift
outlet
the captain.
because I'm trying to find an outlet so that I can wear my mask, which is why I'm
No, that's
asking
fine.
you
I'm
guys to
saying,
help
like, if
me.
you're gonna bring a
No,
giant cask of ale, like, you could just give it as a gift.
I
That's
know,
fine.
I know, but I cannot carry that, which is why I'm trying to ask my
Well,
party.
my
to
issue is
help
that I don't want someone to open it up.
What is?
Because like, what if we say, oh yeah, we're
We
know.
do have fine
Well, that's
liquor
kind of the part of it.
in Lennar Mall. We have
Yeah.
fine.
So don't grab anything on the airship. If you're gonna get like ale to gift, go to Lennar Mall, grab
We
ale
have
there,
good liquor
and then
at
get
Oh.
that. Right. Because
Okay.
then
I
it's
thought
like
people wouldn't
we
fall
brought
for it,
this. Yeah,
but-
this is from our lands. This is where we're from. This is for you. You may drink it at your leisure, and the rich snooty snobs are like, "Oh, free drinks." That's the rich snooty snobs.
Thank you.
Yeah. Tastes like piss. That's the finest ale. You see Varys goes, "You're going to the hells, to the abyss."
I'm not asking you. I mean, it
That's from what I
might
did.
help us, but I'm
You
not.
look like piss.
I'm not asking this so that we can further our party. I'm asking this just so
Right.
I don't have to reveal. So Nephis as a character does not have to reveal
I think
his
you're on a
identity.
good track so far.
Poltra, I will pay you 5 gold to carry a barrel
Just agree to carry the
I'll
ale.
carry the barrel.
Okay,
yeah,
Thank you.
All I was saying, I was just airing my point that
I thought
I
we'd
didn't
be
think it
getting
was a good idea. So the
Should we
party
get a
could talk
bottle
about
from
it.
Linnar Mall?
What? Huh?
Like when you give a gift, you give.
No, we're
give
gonna
a
bring
bottle.
a cask.
We
Yeah.
can't carry a bottle. We don't have
If it's
a
a
bottle.
gift for the captain, I think a barrel of ale would be fine.
That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, you're giving
'Cause
the
we have
captain
the
of the,
name of the
of the
captain.
Golden Dame a
Yeah. We're giving
The
gifts to
Grand
the
Dame,
establishment.
barrel of ale. I'm sure
It's
that
a
would be
generous
fine.
donation.
I've just
And
never seen.
did you agree to forge my papers?
Yeah, but I need to have more. I have your name. I know that you're a noble. I know you reside in Nightstone. I need to know what type of noble you are and what you do so that I can cover that up.
We're a brewery.
Is that what we're called? Is that a thing?
That's my family. Well. There's people. We're like an ale house, I guess. I don't know what you want to call it.
What would you call? What would be a more sophisticated version of that?
Alcoholic.
No. Of like an ale house.
A vineyard. Like we run a.
That's,
Vineyard.
that's wine.
Yeah, vineyards are
what,
going to be.
what are we bringing? What's the alcohol we're
We do
bringing?
it all.
You guys have
So it's
wines
ale?
and ales
Are there-
Hilliard.
at Linnar Mall.
Are there
Do you
breweries?
want to bring wines or
Hmm?
ales?
Hilliard.
There's taverns.
Hilliard?
And they
Is
have.
that
the
a thing?
brewer, so the brewers
it's not.
supply the taverns with their ale. They don't sell it to the public. Their
Well-
business is contracting with taverns and nobles.
So who
to
gives
give
them
people
their
drinks.
alcohol?
That's a great question. That's actually a route you guys can go down if you want to try to figure out like who supplies the Grand Dame with their alcohol. But like the way that the whole distribution works, and just for like
They're not gonna
simplicity, is people who brew, and then they send it to people who sell.
So we could be a brewery.
It would probably be easier to just claim that we're a tavern, though, because we don't know anything
Do we
about.
remember the name of the tavern in Nightstone? Because we were there.
No, but we can bullshit them.
Yeah.
But what if
I think the idea of being a brewer is fine.
Okay.
You have an ale that matches, that you're gifting it. It's like, this is
Ooh,
what we make.
ale.
Yeah.
This is a gift for you.
What should we
We're going to
name
be
it?
here a while, and it's to kind of... You could go around the route of, like, it's going to kind of offset the inconvenience of having someone... I might put people on edge. I have to keep myself anonymous. I do it because, like you had mentioned, there's people that want to use me gambling
Bowls ale.
against my father. So I do this
Bowls
to
ale.
not impugn the
Bowls
honor of my
ale.
sovereign. Here's
don't know
a
how
gift.
I feel about
Hopefully,
it.
hopefully we can be like you. I'm
You're a
hoping for your
priest,
generosity and your
motherfucker.
I'm
hospitality.
his +1.
And see if they're like, yeah, we can overlook it. It's fine.
A body
Just
count.
don't do anything
Even
crazy, and if
disgusted
you
with
do,
me,
we'll take
ask
that
me
off, and
so.
we'll figure out who you are.
I don't want to call it the Bulls Ale. Why don't we do Captain's Dance?
Do bowls ale.
Oh,
What if we refer
I like
to it as
Captain's
something like
Dance.
give yourself a point of inspiration for that.
Oh,
That's
but not for
pretty
bowl
creative.
ale, dude.
We
Man.
got
No!
This system is
Are you
rigged.
kidding me? The
Ball
Bulls ale? Yeah, it's like ball ale, and he's over here, the Captain's Dance. That's the drink where it's like you have a few of the Captain's Dance, and you are going to be lively, jovial, like that stuff that you give the sailors.
Inspo from Fallout, guys.
Yeah, sailors would also drink bowl
Okay, I didn't know
ale.
we were copyrighted. Take that inspiration away.
No, it wasn't like an alcoholic beverage there. It wasn't. No.
It's like, yeah, it's that scene in Thor where he's like, I'll have another. It's like, it's that drink.
We could call it the Giant's Fist.
No, there isn't an actual drink in Fallout called that. There's
I don't know.
like a.
The slogan for the Giant's Fist. Get fist.
But I think that'd be good. I mean, we're giving it to the captain. It's called
Like
the
the
Captain's
Dragon's
Dance.
Breath.
I feel like it just sounds good. It's catchy.
No, I like it.
I like it, yeah.
It
Captain's
is,
Dance
it
is
does.
good. That's a good name. Okay.
The Captain's
Okay,
Jig.
so
I think
I would say
I think for where we
Whoa,
are
I
in
was
the whole
jig.
persona stuff, I think that's personally
No, it's
currently
not airtight.
fine. Let me write down so that I have a good note on things.
It's a
So,
real
what
good drink
is?
thing.
Who are you? What's the persona we created?
he's Jonathan Grog Bearer. He's a brewer because he's a nobleman, you know. He resides in Nightstone. The ale that we're gifting to Captain.
What's your father's name?
James Grogbearer.
David.
James.
Yeah, James Grogbearer.
James Grog Bearer. Okay, and then I'm sorry for cutting you off. I just wanted to answer that question.
Mother
What,
is Jane.
what's after Residence of Nightstone?
You should have a dead child.
I would say
Super deep lore.
because I mean
Johnny
he's a
Grogbearer.
brewer, whatever. What I wanted to say was
Little Johnny
that we
Grogbearer.
actually
I
like
feel like a keyword.
the ale that I would say our most
You're
not
probably a
profitable,
body.
but I would say most expensive,
What
the
fuck
top
would a priest
quality
Captain's
ale
Dance?
is the Captain's Dance. Yeah.
Brewery.
Gotta have their fun too, bro.
And due to
That's the thing. It's
our
imbued with holy
reputation,
water.
or due to his reputation, he would like to remain anonymous just to protect his
It's a
name.
new age ale.
Yeah.
Approved by all gods.
I'm a taster.
But if
Okay.
need be, let's say basically if they needed proof of that, then I have the document to show,
Right.
just so that that's enough for them.
What are those? What are we gonna make those documents?
I don't know.
What do you mean?
What are they gonna be?
Yeah.
Dude.
You're a
You can
sacrament.
forge a
I'm
document.
one of the
What is
biggest
it?
buyers.
What are we forging?
I think. Well, I mean, with
But
the
if
forgery
you-
thingy, can I
yo.
create multiple?
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna create
Yeah.
I don't know if there's maybe a license or some type of license to
alcohol license.
basically a brewery.
It'd be more of like a certificate of
It's not
business.
like,
yeah, like a certificate of business.
I would do that, and I'd probably do.
Could you forge a letter from my father saying that
Personal
vouching-
correspondence.
Yeah.
Okay.
What is it called?
Personal correspondence.
Infinity, bro.
Yeah,
Sounds
forever.
cool.
It does forever damage.
Forever damage.
Can you forge a giant dildo?
So that you
What
can
is a
fuck yourself.
certificate of
I
what?
figured out what I'm gonna be.
What was the
I'm gonna be
certificate
one of the biggest
of?
buyers.
Business. What?
Biggest buyers. For their ale.
Okay.
It's for sacrament for my church.
I got it. That's good. Give yourself inspiration for that.
Okay.
I hit stuff.
I mean, because we're a brewery, we would have a brewery, wouldn't we?
Stuff.
Yeah.
So should we have a certificate of where the brewery resides? I mean, if
It's
you
a
was-
night zone.
Oh,
There, you covered that. Nice zone.
The name could be the captain's quarters. For the captain's dance.
I don't want to copy Captain.
It would have to probably be something along the lines of your title, like your name.
Or your
Like
family
a cigar
name.
beer family.
Your family. Just call it families.
The grog.
Family's ale house. Family. Family's ale
The
house.
empty grog. The empty barrel, I don't know. The
What's your last name?
Grog bearer.
Just call it Grog House, dude.
Or a
That
sip
doesn't
of-
sound
a sip of
professional.
grog.
But you spell house H-A-U-S. Grog
Yeah.
House. Grog House, dude.
House.
At the Grog House.
House.
At
the
the Grog House.
Yes,
Grog
dude.
House, yeah.
It's German.
We are at the
Can we
Grog
do
House.
it? Can we do it? Can we do
Groggenhausen.
it? Please say yes,
It's
dude.
another schnitzel and bratwurst. Whoop, whoop.
It's catchy, dude.
But we shouldn't say house then, we should say house.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's a grog house.
Grog House.
It's a Grog House.
You say it the same way you say it in Grog. Grog House.
You track your mud in my
How did
Grog
you
House.
spell it?
I kill you.
H-A-U-S.
That's house.
Grog House. You can even spell Grog the same way.
I'm gonna put Z-E-Z.
G-R-A-U-G.
The Grog House. Sorry.
We're Russian.
Okay.
There's a place in California.
Okay, I think that'd be-
Dog house.
Decent for now. In terms of the persona. So
What?
we still have a little bit of some time before we're kind of wrapped up for the night. So we need to kind of come up with a plan. So we need to have an idea of what it is that you guys are going in to do. What is it that you guys are going to try to accomplish?
Walk
If
up
they
to the
have
front
card
door.
games, I would
Masks on.
We want to find
Swords
who's
out.
the one that.
I'm kidding, dude.
We wanted to find the use of the token.
Can I go in?
Yeah,
the
maybe
goose?
of where we can use it, yeah.
I
Yes,
assume
I'll go
it's
in through
only
the roof.
The tokens that they use is the golden goose.
It's an elite one.
Oh,
So
so
you
you
gotta
gotta
get-
find elite members.
You gotta get to the high roller
Exactly.
table.
So we have to get to a VIP room,
So you gotta go spend money.
which it'd be cool.
So
for
we get to
nobles,
go
but
have
we
fun
are.
for a little bit, dude.
Not you two.
Yeah.
Wait, you guys
With him.
could
Are
pretend to be like a part
I'm
of
a
our
biggest, I'm a biggest buyer.
We're all going in as a group.
Oh, you
yeah.
are? So this is kind of like a business venture, we're building relationships.
It's a work
You're
trip.
one of our buyers.
Yeah.
Then you're his bodyguard then, right?
Yeah, I'll be
For
his
my
bodyguard, dude.
sacrament.
But we get to go and have
We're both
fun.
wearing white,
'Cause we
dude.
gotta go have a bunch of fun.
What are
and
you
spend
wearing all
money.
match?
Wait, do you work with him?
Mhm.
I'm wearing my same clothes.
We have to
What?
go in.
I'm wearing my cape though,
He bought a pack of professional clothes.
Do I need a new name?
but I'm still covered.
So then what am I doing? If you're gonna go,
There's
well, I mean,
No, I'm
since-
coming with you.
We're
Yeah,
all
okay.
going.
We're going in together. We're all going in together.
Everybody.
Are you
Everybody.
in this cover up though? Are you working with him and Omar's working with our
I'm
brewery?
everyone's bodyguard. I'm your whole
So you-
trip.
But you
bodyguard.
should choose to be so we just
I'll
paid you for the
I'll
entire
follow
trip.
The tray around if
What
you
if I'm
guys-
his personal
if you
accountant or
guys-
something?
Sure.
I keep track of where
Yeah,
he
you're
gamble.
you're his bookkeeper.
Yeah.
Wait, who's
Up-
bookkeeper?
upkeep
Yes.
He's
Yes.
mine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotta
That's
upkeep the
perfect.
books.
That's perfect.
I mean, we could have just so I guess Coutray paid
But
you.
once
in
you guys are
progress.
in, your priority is through gambling. So you're gonna be on the floor, where the
I
gambling is
I
being
think I'll
done.
do
I
that,
want to
but
be
I-
there. I want to gamble. I want to gamble. I want to
I
gamble.
think I'll do that, but I think what I'll also do is
My recommendation would be to try to consider a little bit about what you're good at in terms of like what you can contribute to finding information.
So-
the goal is to find King Hecaton, and if you decide as your character that you want to do something that your character is not the best at, then you might lose out on an opportunity to actually get information with what you're good with.
I'm
I
gonna
think-
stalk the bathroom.
First guy walks in, just picks him up and puts.
Where's King
what I'll
Hecaton?
do is I think I'm gonna look for.
the guy's trying to take his shit. He just does.
Oh,
And
he's done.
He goes,
He's good.
"You
Yeah.
pooped your pants."
I know.
Drops him. He goes, "I don't know where the king is." He goes, "If you're lying to me."
See, it's a
I'm
good
so
idea.
sorry.
It's
Well,
a good idea.
What I think because I mean I'm proficient in like deception and stealth
Correct.
and all that.
Sure.
That's like one of the biggest ones is your charisma.
Yeah, charisma will be very helpful here.
Thank
I know.
You
you.
can also sneak around.
I know that's what I'm saying.
I
I think
would-
what I'll do is I mean I could go on the ground. My goal is to maybe go like at least observe golf like
Horny.
throughout
I
different
have
games and see what they're doing.
So if you're
Um,
gambling floors,
I think, and then
I
after
know I
that, I'll
don't,
switch
but-
up to because my
I
main
got better
my main
stealth
goal
than you.
I have a
because I have like
+1.
stealth and
You're
everything
+3.
and deception. I think
Fuck
my
you.
goal is to at least find a way
My
to go
strength
to
is
like
insight,
a
though,
VIP
and perception.
section and
So reading
see
people.
how we can go and maybe spend that token or
Blackjack.
you know like
Poker.
anywhere
Right.
where that the VIP
You
is.
I would like to go with
All this
Misery
shit, but
because
there's
they have
just
the
meanest
deception
face, bro.
and the
He's just
and I'm more the investigation. So while they're deceiving, I can kind of probe a little
so
bit deeper.
you would be better at like actually
Sing from the
sneaking into places you shouldn't be in.
Okay,
That you
What's your
could
stealth?
search it.
I don't have stealth, but I have invisibility.
Invisibility. So you would. So an idea for you would be at times where you can break away. If you
Yeah.
guys, for example, know that a room
That's what I
is
was thinking.
open and no one's in it, then you could sneak off, go invisible, and head into that room undetected, so you can look through stuff.
Dude,
So
whoever
that could be an
wrote this,
option.
yeah,
So Nephis
Definitely
using
saw that
invisibility.
number.
Because we have to get in with the elite, we should try and.
I wish I had
Make a
an
company
immovable
deal with
rod.
Yeah,
Elite,
the
so
way
that
that you
people
interact
can
with
to
people is
continue
going to
talking
heavily
business.
influence the success with which you're able to obtain information.
Ethan, how
What
much
I-
is an immovable rod?
A lot.
I have a question. So I'm kind of going with
What do you need an immovable rod for?
So that I can block doors in when I'm investigating rooms,
You can do that with furniture.
but an immovable
Right.
rod.
Yeah. That's fair.
I want to go kind of like with what he was saying. Like I mean we do want to go with VIPs, but if we can try to strike a deal with a big vendor there
Right.
to try to do something like that.
Sure.
I was wondering, with the forging documents, am I able to make a document to where it looks realistic enough to where, let's say, like, oh, let's make a deal, I can just write it then and there,
You absolutely can.
then I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Because what we could be doing, the
So that
reason
would
we're
be
there
like a
celebrating
tender
is
offer.
We just
Yeah, because I would say
Make
because
the
I'm the
deal.
bookkeeper,
Yeah.
I would obviously like
And then
I
we
would
made
kind
it.
of
Yeah,
keep track of
just-
everything,
yeah, so
and I
we're
can do
going
that
to
too. So I can literally talk to
celebrate,
sit them
yes,
down,
you know.
sit down, and be like, let's
Yeah.
make a
Let's
deal.
make a deal. Okay. Varys, what
Thank you for doing that. 'Cause that's actually a really good tray.
what would be some things that maybe you think Varys would be good at, like trying to?
I'm good at reading people,
Okay.
so it'd be insight and perception. Those are my strengths.
So who would you be targeting?
While
Who are
we're
people
talking
you'd be
together, I'm also
trying
good
to
at insight.
insight?
I'm looking for
So
because
what
once
he
we
was
get
saying,
to
which
the
I
elite
agree with,
room, I want to look for
you
what
know, we're gonna
specific
look
people
for,
are
like,
What
the
if you guys aren't
expressing
allowed-
guilt.
What if
we're
you're
gonna
not
look for
able
I'm
to
gonna look for
get into the elite room?
VIPs. We're gonna look around the gambling
I'm
or whatever.
pretty much gonna be
What he was saying is like, let's say there's a big vendor that knows what we
shady
need.
stuff.
We
So
can
you're just
maybe
saying
exchange a
awkwardly?
deal,
Is there any
and I can
specific
give them a
people that you might
document.
try to?
Well, I was
Find out,
I was
like,
thinking of like
our
going to like a
business, or, like,
table and then
basically
playing.
like we sold
Sure.
something
And
to
then
them.
reading
That's
the
obviously
people.
fake, but they're not gonna know that.
Yeah.
And I can write it there because I'm your bookkeeper.
I would
I'm able to do
recommend
that.
keeping an eye out
Okay.
for notable
That makes
people.
sense.
So I feel like I
And if there's
probably
anyone
would be the one to
notice,
do most of
maybe
the talking.
captain
Yeah.
if he's walking around, or
considering like
if there's
they're
anyone
kind
that
of remaining
works
anonymous,
the ground levels that
I'm
are, they seem like they're a
keeping
little
track
bit
of
more in
everything
charge.
kind of thing.
They would
so
be good if
I
you're
mean, my
trying to
charisma
read
is a
them
10,
while
so-
talking with
Mine's
them. They would be
19.
better people
I
to
don't
try
have
to
good
get that information
charisma.
off. Just be
I thought it
careful
was
about how you ask
pretty
the questions.
alright.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's four.
I can't stress enough that you guys are searching for King Hecaton. How you ask these questions, you're going to be kind of careful. So be mindful of causing any major scenes unless you can find a way to get yourself covered. Because sometimes it happens. You can like pretend like you're spilling something and starting a fight to get people's attention, so that someone can go off and do something.
This is like
right?
some high, like
Exactly.
Ocean's 12 type
Yeah, so
shit.
like this is the stuff I want to kind of get you. So
This is gonna be good, yo.
reading
This fucking casino, man.
notable
Yeah.
people.
We're gonna kill all the elites in there.
What do you think?
Down with the first class.
I have two.
Down with
two
the 1%.
methods that I've been considering. One is just being a party trick animal and just hanging out at the bar and like drinking crazy amounts, or because I think I can like not get drunk right as a paladin, or am I wrong?
You can.
I can, yeah.
You're
So
immune to
I could
diseases.
pretty much drink all night, not have a problem with that, which can
Right.
get a lot of motherfuckers blabbling. Or the other thing I wanted to do was be the whole like bodyguard, like mall cop type bodyguard. And like, I'm gonna go walk the boat and see if anything's going on, and try and perimeter walk the boat and walk the different hallways and catwalks and just check all the spaces and
What
see.
if there's already guards? What?
I'm gonna-
if you're patrolling,
I'm
and
a
there's already
better
guards.
I'm a better guard. What are you doing? Look at how small you are.
I mean,
So you're gonna try to pretend like you have authority over them, and okay,
Yeah.
so you,
And
you
spoil
might,
my way
you
around
might
shit.
try to deceive. Okay.
Yeah.
play ignorance.
I'm a holy knight of tier. What do you mean ignorance? I will smite any evil on this pathetic little ship.
Why is the Holy Knight of Tyr a gambling den?
Well,
Maybe you're not a holy knight of tier in there.
Maybe he's mad. that
You're
he's
just a
there
bodyguard.
As my bodyguard.
fuck, you're right. Okay, all right. Well, no. I'm not gonna say that to them on the ship.
You
The people
can.
on
You
the
just
ship-
have to have an answer.
No. I was saying that because I'm a holy knight of tier. The
I'm
people
only
on the
poke-
ship, I will tell them.
I'm just proactively poking through your plans. If I'm making you feel like your plans suck, I'm just trying to do that so that they don't suck.
I'll tell them I'm here protecting a super high religious priest figure.
Okay.
And
Yeah, he said that you weren't happy about being here. It's more, I have to be here. I don't want to be here.
Yeah, you should have like a very like kind of just like
Like
you should have
Varys
a
and
movie.
Waterdeep. Just don't yell at children.
Yeah, just like,
are there children on this
are
boat?
allowed in a casino.
Yeah, that's
good.
what I'm saying, dude.
Maybe my casinos are different.
Whoa!
You dared off the face of the earth.
Anyways,
bro.
okay, so
Car
that's
accidents,
pretty
right?
good set of plans. We
I
have
don't need anything for myself. I mean, if I just say I've been his bookkeeper, do I need proof of that?
Books.
no.
Keepers?
No.
Take
But I
your
will
seat.
have like document like the seal and everything ready,
Sure.
whatever, in case of we're gonna
Yeah.
make a deal.
Oh man.
Fine.
Oh.
Sweet.
7.
Okay, so this is where we will kick off next week.
Yo.
So next week we will head into the night of entering the Great Dane. You guys are going to try and figure out where King Hecaton
We should do different accents.
That
too.
is
Finding
So
Hector.
I want to make sure that I can line out your goals
Like,
pretty
this is
good.
why he's in
So
the-
your goals to figure out what these tokens are for.
Oh,
So they're elite tokens.
Slot machines.
You have to figure out what they're for.
Human
Who-
sacrifice.
Who gets
Holy
them,
one.
right? So that will help you bridge between who
Am I
gets
gonna get
them
Tesla?
to who was in any way a part of the group that was able to capture
Who's
King
gonna carry
Hecaton.
it?
So you're going to try to connect
The
dots and get to that point. And the goal is to figure out where King Hecaton is
Like he's been there.
presently. So be very mindful of how you do so.
I mean,
If,
it's as big as our hand.
if anything breaks out,
So-
may the dice gods be ever in your favor.
Oh, I'm
It's gonna be a lot of
jumping
skill
overboard.
checks. It's gonna be a lot of skill checks,
What?
a lot of
No, it's as
fun.
big as your hand.
Yo, I
Yeah,
say
that's
if
fucking
anything
big.
happens, we all just
I
jump
could
off
just
the
try-
boat.
Token.
No,
Everyone's
no,
just
it's
fucking
a little token.
jump
I've
off.
never rolled
The
that,
giants.
so.
Oh, that's what they all
I think
say.
what I'll do is with the token, because I have my purse full with my
Mhm.
gun,
Right.
my papers that I need. I think I'll just put the coin in there.
Whoa,
so like,
no,
once-
they're about to search that bag, dude. They'll be like, yo, we need to search that purse.
Or you can give it to me, and I
I'll
can give
swallow
it back
it.
to you.
What?
I don't have
A gun?
I don't have a TSA style security.
But
That's
hey,
only when you're going to
never
the.
know.
That's only, that's
Guys.
only when you're going to the like a king.
They get the hose.
guys,
Wait,
having
will I get back down at all?
guys, having
No.
you guys are
That's what I
misreading
thought,
this.
yeah.
Having a token of a high value from this casino will only get us farther because then it's further
but
showing.
It's a giant one.
But this is what, yeah, but
But
No,
yes,
no,
so
if it's
these
an
are
R
specific tokens.
yeah.
So the goal is
If
to
they
figure
give
out
the
like where they
humans-
came
Yeah, but they're
from.
human tokens.
So
Because you have to be mindful.
Yeah, it's
If
human
you're off
size.
spouting out so
It
much,
fits in
like,
our
look
hand.
what I have, I'm a big wealthy
So when a
guy,
giant gave
you know
it to
nothing
us, it
about
was
it,
like-
they'll catch you really
Yeah, but
quick.
for us,
Like,
it's
you'll,
like,
yeah.
like
you'll
we're
be nuts.
holding it
So you
like
have
with
to
our
learn
whole
about
hand.
it.
It's not like a little coin.
No.
but still having
This
it,
whole time he thought it was giant.
having it
It
in the
is.
having
the
it.
giant, the token.
Like this big.
Yeah, that's not giant.
That's
He
a giant token.
He meant like this big giant.
What the fuck? Is that what you said? How are we gonna hide it?
Yeah.
Having it in the casino though is some sort of value.
Yeah, but what
Like,
I want
once-
to do is I'll hold on to it, and I'm saying this. I'm only saying this because I don't want to just boast about it and not even know about it. Because
Right, yeah.
what if we say it to the wrong people? I don't want to do that.
No, I agree. I'm
Okay.
just saying that it's not something to be scared of having on it.
It's a
No,
trick
but I
up
think,
our
I think
sleeve.
once I know the information, or once we know the information we need for that,
Yeah.
then we can just make way.
Then
and
we
be
can
like,
take a
hey,
stance
damn,
and
bro.
yeah.
I love to
Yeah,
hear it go
so-
in the slot though.
I think we'll be alright. I mean, we just have one though, so like they probably wouldn't be able to come.
Dude, I'm
with
about to
us.
make so much money.
It'll probably
Dude.
just be us.
You think we're walking in there losing money tonight? No, boys. We're going in there. We're walking out.
I know how to cheat in the game.
600,000 gold, easy.
I
A
might get
piece.
some extra money.
We're all gonna be goldy millionaires by the end of tomorrow night.
Y'all should do different
We'll
accents
buy
too.
water, dude.
Oh
Are you in
yeah.
disguise?
Okay.
Mink.
Oh yeah.
A what?
He's got a mink.
Well, we'll
Not
see
that
if we
one.
all die tomorrow or not.
fluffy
Next
coat?
week. Oh, next week.
For us YouTube viewers, it'll seem like tomorrow.
And a hope outfit.
But
Or
it won't,
tonight.
oh, it won't upload
Look
until
like
next week. Yeah, so that's where we'll pick off, or pick up
Do you have the
next
white hat
week.
too?
Thank you guys so much for joining us for another night. We
Come
have,
on.
based on kind of what we were able to get done today, as you guys are on the final leg of
Ooh.
rescuing King Hecaton and resolving this adventure,
You don't spoil
I'm
it.
guessing roughly 3 sessions left. 1 session for the Great Dame,
Did we?
1 session for King Hecaton, 1 session to wrap everything up.
And to
I
find
don't
Hakon.
know for this if this campaign if we'll have like a full epilogue because your adventures aren't technically like fully wrapping up. Your characters are going to end off at level 11. Just imagine that you guys are, unless you guys break and dissolve as a group, you know, we'll have a little bit of options.
Dissolve.
So we'll kind of right, you know,
mean,
it's
we
like
do
oh
have-
we repaired the ordning. We're never going to journey it again.
We have retirement money. Like,
Are
Exactly.
you
So
gonna
it's
die
like.
after?
We'll see if we have an epilogue episode. I thought it was definitely more fitted for our first full-length campaign because it was long. But yeah, I'm thinking roughly about 3-ish episodes before we're done. So we're getting really close.
alrighty.
This campaign was modeled off Oppenheimer, right?
What?
No. No, it wasn't.
What the?
That's why you haven't been casting fireballs in the middle of heavily crowded areas with goblins and denizens. So no.
On that
That
note,
being said, we'll see you
everyone have a
guys
good night.
next week.
Mhm.